And this is what we're playing now. Lamplight City. I'm a fucking sucker for some pixel graphics. Wah! Just gonna turn you down a bit. What? Oh, Jack, can you recommend me some nice chill indie games to Switch? Actually, I'll DM you that. Alright, fair dues. Fair dues. Yeah, absolutely, I can. Like, how chill do you want? How chill do you want? Like, something that's still engaging? Something that's a little bit difficult? Or something you can just sit back? Like a builder or something? Is that a horse? That horse has autism. Oh, he's dead! Oh, there's voices. Oh, there's options. Yay! Did you just cumgasm to that? I shall have a think. Okay, I always recommend Kingdoms. Kingdoms is great. You just fucking, you get your horse, you walk back side to side, you build up your walls and your city, little monsters come and attack you, and then you can like, there's like cool little upgrades. You can like upgrade your horse and get a griffin and stuff. I like Kingdoms. Rough night. Wake up, sunshine.
Wake up, sunshine.
Haven't I told you not to call me that?
What's the matter? Have a rough night?
Oh, you said both things
too much
anyway.
Bollingworth ale and all that stuff really creeps up on you.
Sorry I couldn't join you, but I was long overdue for a quiet night in with Addie.
That's fine. There'll be plenty of other opportunities. Hell, maybe Adelaide can even join us.
Yeah, you do, just like my horse.
It's been ages since you last drank me under the table.
Afraid she mostly sticks to tea these days.
Miles, what exactly is it we're looking into? I may have dozed off during the briefing.
What the fuck are we doing? Captain Snelling is going to notice one of these
Honestly,
days.
Bill, one of these days Snelling's gonna notice.
No, he won't. Why do you think they put him behind a desk? The man couldn't find his own backside with a pair of pliers and a lantern.
Oh,
Very
shit.
funny. Anyway, it's a burglary at the Hambrook Flower Shop.
A burglary, eh? How dull. At least we'll have enough time to get a drink afterwards.
Whoa.
You seem awfully certain of that.
I am. In fact, I'd bet the devil my head that we're done within the hour.
Well, the devil's gonna be disappointed that his winnings are so meager.
Ah, got him. You've been fucking hard there, mate.
Ah, we've arrived. After you, Bill.
He's called Bill. Figured that out. The city of New Branchy, borough. I can't fucking read that. Yo, this looks sick. Look at the blimp.
Thank you. Keep the change.
Fucking Zeppelin. Yo, keep the change. Oh, that's why the horse has autism.
And so, our night of excitement begins.
You more than anyone else should know that there's rarely a dull night in Chumley.
I have a feeling tonight will be
Did he
the
just say
exception.
Chumley? That
Until
did
we
not
get to
say
the pub,
Chumley.
that is.
Keep your mind on the case, Bill. Now let's get a move on.
Alright, Bill. Left click to interact with objects. Use about. Oh, sick. Context is sensitive. Door.
Come on, Bill.
I should have probably looked around first. But fuck that.
Charming little place, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just
Charming,
flowers.
but empty. We need to find the owner.
Always so to the point, Fordham. If ever there was a better time to stop and smell the flowers.
I think I'll leave that to you, Bill.
With my allergies, hardly.
Hardly. Confirmed. He dead. He dead. Hanging plants.
Plants hanging on hooks. A nice space-saving method.
I'd probably bang my head against them constantly if I had them in my apartment.
You're a fucking loser, Bill.
This is quite the selection. Come over here and take a whiff, Bill.
Sure, if you don't mind me getting snot all over your coat.
Oh, no, not the Myers case all over again. On second thought, you can just stay over there.
Not the Myers case. Jesus.
Not too many left. Seems business isn't so bad around here.
Well, you know what they say. There are only 3 certainties in life. Death, taxes, and people taking advantage of sales.
I'm enjoying this. This is great. Flower display.
Mostly
Shelf?
a bunch of fertilizer and growth tonics.
Oh, fair
Growth tonics, eh?
Plant growth tonics, Bill.
Of course. I knew that.
It's like, hey. Wee.
Staircase isn't very well lit.
I'll go first. That way you can catch me if I fall.
We should probably ask for permission before heading up there.
From who? From who?
You
Nozzles.
seem to be part of the watering system for the flowers.
I haven't seen old piping like this in a while. Seems like someone's reluctant to upgrade.
Upgrade to what? Gold pipes. Oh. Oh.
Staircases.
I'll go first.
We should probably...
Alright.
Got a minute, Bill?
For you, Miles, I've got 5.
That's a heck of a... Oh! Well, this is what we look like, I guess.
Still feeling rough, Bill?
Yes, but I'll feel better once this case is finished and we can go down to the Angel for a pint or 4.
Hair of the dog?
No better medicine.
This is... Are they trying to be English? I don't
You ever
know.
miss living out here, Bill?
About as much as you missed stepping in that pile of horseshit last week.
I was distracted by that story you were telling me about your sister. How's she doing out west, anyway?
Well, she's not in the chum, so fantastic. Living here was about as fun as wearing a vest made of meat to a dogfight. I'm glad we both managed to get out. Oh, and by the way, Miles,
Solid.
you didn't do such a great job of cleaning your shoes.
That would explain all the funny looks I've been getting. A burglary at a flower shop. Not the most thrilling case we've had, is it?
If I didn't know any better, I'd say Snelling's been giving us the boring cases lately on purpose.
Why would he do something like that?
He's eyeing a promotion to chief of police. He'd sell his own mother's cane if he thought it would help. Plus, there's no secret he doesn't like us.
I can't understand why. I've shown him nothing but respect.
It's because you're too good at what you do. And because you're friends with me.
What's that got to do with anything?
Not everyone is as open-minded as you, Miles. Let's just leave it at that.
What? What do you mean? Are you gay? I don't know.
When's the last time you took any time off?
That's a good question.
Why
What
are
year
you
is this
gay?
again?
I think we've both been working a bit too much lately. Addie's been wanting to go visit her mother in Dixie. Maybe we can all go.
That sounds nice, but I wouldn't want to be a third wheel on a visit to your in-laws. Unless... Would Adelaide's brother be there by any chance?
Who says I'm
You're
gay?
incorrigible, Bill.
Are you gay?
It's one of my finer qualities.
You're gay.
Let's get back to it.
All right.
Alright then. I guess I'm leaving. Bye. Who's that? Running Man?
He's just pacing back and forth, muttering to himself.
Probably one of the patients from Riverview. Seems like there's more of them on the streets than in the
Can I call you
asylum these
mister?
days. Fordham, what are you doing?
I was gonna check inside this trash can for clues.
Miles, in the 15 years we've been partners, how many times have you found something inside a trash can that wasn't garbage?
Fair point.
I don't need your shit, Bill. Fucking
Certainly
prick.
looks cozy in there.
Plants have a nice way of doing that.
Looks like they've had some trouble with vandalism.
Yeah.
Pretty much every business in this part of town has.
Nah. I'm gay. Everybody's gay.
Glad this thing is lit. This isn't really the type of place I'd prefer to be at this time of night.
Don't worry, Miles. I've got your back.
He's just pacing back.
Probably one of the patients from Riverview. Seems like there's more of them on the streets than in the asylum these days.
Oh no. Crazy people, but they're crazy.
I can't believe that thing made it all the way across the Atlantic in less than a week.
Don't scoff at the future, Miles. Pretty soon, we'll all be riding those things to work.
Especially considering Prince Harold is their big celebrity passenger.
Why? Why would we be wearing? Why?
It reminds me, I should pick up a bouquet for Addie when we're done here.
Seems like you've been spending more time with me than with her lately. I sure hope she's not the jealous type.
We work together, Miles. Bill. Shit. Who's crying? There's just like crying in the background. It's terrifying. There's a bell! You fucking idiot, Jack. You fucking moron. Ring the bell. Ding ding!
Be right there. Oh, hello,
First
gentlemen. I must say
mystery
you caught me by surprise.
solved.
I was preparing to close soon. May I help you find anything? The flowers in the center display are half price this week, and I have a special on chrysanthemums today. Or perhaps a custom bouquet for the special ladies in your lives?
I have no need myself, but maybe Adelaide would appreciate a little something. Eh, Miles? Those peonies in the corner look nice.
I'm afraid we're not here as customers tonight, ma'am. We'd like to have a word with the proprietor. Is he in?
I see. I'm Cecilia Handbook, and this is my shop. What can I do for you, gentlemen?
I'm Detective Miles Fordham, and this is my partner, William Legere. We received a
Legere.
report of a burglary at your store.
A report? From whom? I never contacted the police before, and I didn't this time, either.
It was made anonymously, but are you saying this isn't the first time it's happened?
Correct. It's happened 3 times. But considering the police hardly care about the daily muggings and vandalisms around here,
Oh,
I
shit.
didn't think they would be interested in something so
We're bad policemen.
trivial.
We're
we're
bad
here
policemen.
now, and we'll do all we can to help you.
We'll
Oh,
have
no.
to see about that.
If you wouldn't mind, Mrs. Handbrook, I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Very well, Detective.
Oh, you are fucking ugly.
Have you been in business long?
Yes, I opened this shop 30 years ago, along with my late husband, David. But the past 10 years, I've been running things on my own.
Well, yeah, because
Don't you
he's
feel
died.
unsafe being here by yourself so late into the night?
Detective, when you've lived in this part of town as long as I have, it takes quite a lot to scare you.
That's the point. That's
Could
the
you give me
point.
the details concerning the burglaries?
About 3 weeks ago on Monday, I noticed that my order of Easter lilies was missing. At first, I thought nothing of it. Sometimes certain types of flowers are unavailable or
Easter
arrive in
lilies.
poor condition. These things happen. Then 2 weeks ago on Wednesday, it happened again. But this time, I noticed something rather odd.
Go on.
There was
When I
a
opened
dick
the
in my
shop,
soup.
There were 6 crowns and 10 shillings on the counter.
Okay.
That's exactly the cost of 2 orders of lilies. Last Friday, it happened yet again. The lilies were missing, and there was payment for 1 order on the counter. I believe that someone has been breaking into my shop after hours, taking the lilies, and leaving money behind.
How unusual.
Well, at least they're paying, right? That ain't that bad. That ain't that bad at all. That's pretty solid, to be honest. Nobody wanted to catch that swallow.
So this burglar has been paying for the stolen goods?
That would appear to be the case, yes. I really don't think this could even be considered a crime. That's one of the reasons I didn't bother reporting it to the
Well,
police.
it's the B of
Any other
B&E.
reasons?
Oh, I think I've already made those quite clear, Detective.
Because, yeah, we're shit at our jobs. Got it.
Have you found any evidence of a break-in?
No, the front door is always locked. My assistant Trevor and I are the only ones with the key.
Oh,
Are there
so it's
any
Trevor.
other points of access to the building?
The upstairs windows, I suppose, but I make sure to keep them locked, and neither of them have been broken.
Would you allow us to have a look upstairs?
Is that really necessary? I was just about to close up the shop.
It won't take but a moment.
Fine, I suppose you may, but please, don't dally too long.
I fucking will dally too long.
You mentioned your assistant has the other shop key. What can you tell me about him?
His name is Trevor Hastings, and he has been working for me for the past 10 years.
I'm not wearing
Do
the
you trust
correct
him?
hat for this detective
Implicitly.
work.
I've known him for ages, and he has been my full-time assistant since shortly after my husband died. You're not suggesting he had anything to do with this, are you?
Not at all. I would like to speak with him, though. Where might I find him?
It's Friday, so he should be on his way back from the docks right now. He'll be bringing my flower order within the hour.
Perfect.
Good. We'll meet him here, then. If that's all right with you.
I suppose I don't really have much of a choice, do I?
No, you do not. You do not have a choice.
Have you noticed any suspicious characters lurking around?
Detective Fordham, this
Madam.
is Chumley. You can't throw a stone without hitting a suspicious character. And if you've noticed my window, you'd be aware that stones get thrown around quite a bit in this neighborhood. If you're looking for trouble, you're
Perfect.
far more likely to find it out there than in here.
I meant if you'd seen anyone out of the ordinary near your shop.
Only the two men from the police who entered it tonight. That is most definitely out of the ordinary.
I think that's all the information I need for now.
I don't
All
think
right,
she likes us
detective.
very much. People from bad places never like the police. They never enjoy the police. What is a comfortable position to wear a top hat and a headset? There fucking isn't one. Perfect. We're going upstairs. Come on, Bill. Yeah, see? Ah,
Interesting choice of decor in here.
Perhaps it wasn't always used as a storeroom, although I can understand why it would have been converted.
yeah, to store
Yeah,
things.
it's rather drafty in here.
Or to store things. So logical. There's heater.
I would imagine that keeping a consistent temperature in here is important for the flowers.
When do you suppose this contraption was last serviced?
Hard to say. Definitely not recently, if the dust buildup is any indication.
Well, I mean, it's not, and
A pastoral landscape. Definitely nowhere near here.
I've never much understood art, but it would be nice to see a place like that in person.
you're a weirdo, Bill. I know.
The
Latch.
window latch. Securely locked.
Yeah.
Interesting. There's a gap between the window and the frame here. No wonder it's so drafty in this room. I wonder.
What are you thinking, Fordham?
And it's
Easily
time
guess.
for an experiment. I'm going to need a tool, however. Something long and thin should do the trick.
Yeah,
Shouldn't
absolutely.
be too hard to find something like that around here.
You got 100% get in through that window. You got 100% get in through that window.
A young lady. Perhaps a relation of Mrs. Hanbrook?
I can see the resemblance. Sort of.
Sort of. There's sort of a resemblance. Fucking commander.
I've seen this type of device before. It's a special container for growing plants.
Oh.
Specific temperature and water conditions can be adjusted.
Oh,
Seems to be empty right now, though. And judging by the dust, it hasn't been used in a long time,
All
if
right.
ever.
It seems Mrs. Hanbrook isn't too fond of steam tech, or just doesn't understand it.
well,
Seems to be the broken pot storage area.
Why not just throw them away, I wonder?
It's likely they're going to be repaired. I noticed some faint cracks in some of the pots downstairs.
yeah. Fix it.
Unmarked, but if the smell is anything to go by, this is where the flowers are stored when delivered.
I'll keep my distance then.
Oh. Well,
Unmarked. I'll keep my...
I haven't found anything. Large window.
I don't think this window would serve as a viable means of entry.
Okay.
It's a nice view, though. You can hardly see the vomit and manure piles on the street from up here.
That's nice. What a nice thing to not see. Bill,
Bill?
What's going on, Miles?
slap him.
The
Upstairs
gap in the window upstairs is intriguing.
Do you think it might be the point of entry?
Indeed. I just need to find something long and thin to
Indeed.
confirm my theory.
I think you were born with something like that, Miles.
Oh!
You're disgusting, Bill.
Boom!
Well, that's why I always do the dirty work.
Destroyed.
What's your impression of dear old Mrs. Hanbrook?
I like her. Good old-fashioned, tough-as-nails Chumley woman. Reminds me of my mother.
Your mother was
How
never
is that
quite so
pronounced
stubborn.
Chumley?
Why do you suppose she's so reluctant to accept our help?
It's a chum thing, Miles. You wouldn't understand.
It's a chum
I've heard of honor among thieves, but have you ever known a thief to pay for stolen goods?
Perhaps conducting normal business is just too boring for him. Do you think he might be doing it for the thrill?
There could be any number of
Doing
reasons.
it for
The best
the
way to find out
thrill.
is to catch the culprit and ask him ourselves.
Doing it for the kill.
Got any opinions on the upcoming election?
I'll just be glad when it's all over. Seems like the last few months have been nothing but people giving opinions and telling me what to do without a moment's peace.
I know what you mean. I
Ah.
already saw some kids putting up Atwood
Politics.
posters down my street.
I already drew mustaches in all the ones on my street.
Handlebar?
Yeah, you know me too well.
I always thought of Atwood as more of a Van Dyke type of man myself.
I can see that. Yeah. Well, there's something to do tomorrow.
That's something to do tomorrow.
Let's get back to it.
All right.
Bill's the best. Oh, that's something to do. Hotspot icons will change when there's something new to interact. Ooh. Like one of these hooks.
Aha! This hook is exactly what I need. Mrs. Hanbrook, may I borrow this hook for a few minutes? It's crucial to our investigation.
Is that so?
Yes, I promise I'll put it back as soon as I'm done.
Please do, Detective.
Hell yes. Hells yes.
The window latch. Good. Bill, it's time for our experiment.
And what is this experiment going to be exactly?
Simple. I'm going to see if this hook can get me inside the shop. Rather dark out here.
Watch your step then. This experiment of yours isn't worth a broken neck.
I'll be fine.
It might be.
Now then, could you please close and lock the window, Bill?
Oh. Done.
Well, I'd say this is fairly incontrovertible proof that the building can easily be broken into without arousing suspicion.
Where'd you learn how to do that anyway?
You taught me, remember?
Nah. Are you sure it was me?
Positive. We were a few pints in at the Angel about 5 years ago, and you decided I should learn how to pick locks.
I mean,
else have
that
I taught
wasn't
you how to
picking
do
a
a
lock,
drum?
was it? That wasn't
That would be
picking a
telling.
lock. That was hooking a pick. Wait. Fuck you, Bill. Let's go tell this old woman. Oh!
Ah, Trevor.
Evening, Cecilia. I've got the order ready to bring in.
Trevor, these are Detectives Fordham and Legere. They say there's been a report about the burglaries, and they're here investigating.
I only did it because I think it's been going on too long. As much as you want to, we can't handle this ourselves.
I thought he was
We
just
can
gonna.
discuss the matter later. In the meantime,
like,
the detective
fucking,
would like a
I did
word
it.
with you.
I'll be needing to bring in the flowers first, if that's all right. Otherwise, some hooligan's likely to run off with them.
My partner will keep an eye on your flowers. Bill, would you mind?
Ah, the glamour of police work.
Very glamorous, Bill. You looking after flowers,
Now,
damn.
Mr. Hastings, if I could ask you a few questions?
Hastings.
Go on, then.
0800 double O.
Could you walk me
1066.
through the process of your deliveries?
Of course. There's no great science to it. On Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons, Cecilia gives me her list of flowers to pick up from the wholesalers. I head over to Gascon around sunset when they get their shipment, and I give them her order. They load up the crate, I
Okay.
pay for it, and then I lug it back here.
Fair enough.
How long does that take?
Between moving the crate and getting it across the river on the ferry, a couple of hours. Usually the store's closed by then, so I use my key to get in and leave the crate
key.
inside for Cecilia to open in the morning. That's all there is to it. Told you it wasn't very complicated.
Do you ever leave the crate unattended during that time?
No, sir. Never more than a minute. I may be old, but I got good eyes. I'd see if there were anything amiss. Besides that, I checked to make sure the crate is still sealed when I drop it off. I'm not about to let Cecilia down by being careless.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
What can you tell me about the recent burglaries?
I wish Cecilia had contacted you a lot sooner. She's a damn fine woman. But sometimes I think she'd rather jump in a rose bush than ask for help. Had to take matters into my own hands. This needs taken care of, and we can't do it on our own, as much as Cecilia would like to. Anyhow,
It does appear that she would like
someone's
to.
been making off with some flowers and
Yes.
leaving money behind.
Alright.
No idea who it could be, how they're getting in,
It's a
or why they
purchase.
even bother paying. In my day, if you robbed a place, you did it the right way. It's a sad state of affairs when even burglars don't do their jobs correctly.
Fuck,
Do you
man.
have much experience
You're
with
right.
burglary, Mr. Hastings?
Now, I never said that, detective.
Have you noticed anyone or anything suspicious around here recently?
Nothing but the usual roughnecks, vagamuffins, and drunkards. Like I said, it's a real mystery.
It's a real mystery, everyone. Well, guys, it looks like we got ourselves a mystery on our hands.
How long have you been working for Mrs. Hanbrook?
Yeah.
About 10 years now, I reckon.
Oh, shit.
I used to help with deliveries now and then when it was her and David, her husband. But after he passed, she offered to make me her assistant. Unfortunate way to get it, but I needed the work.
Let's
Used
go,
to be I had
gang.
a job at one of the airships.
We got a mystery to
But
solve.
they let me go after I was injured by one of those newfangled steam machines. So
Oh.
the offer came at a good time. Besides that, Cecilia needed looking after, even though she'd never admit it. If I'm being honest, we're both getting a bit long in the tooth. Not sure how much longer we'll be keeping this up.
That is a
but
phrase
as long
I
as
have
I'm
only ever
upright and
heard
breathing,
once
I'll be
in my
bringing these
life
crates
before.
along, even if it is murder on my back.
I admire your work ethic.
I've got a job to do. Not enough people these days seem to respect that.
Thanks for your time, Mr. Hastings. I'll let you get back to work.
Appreciate it, detective.
Not enough
If you don't
people
mind,
appreciate
detective, I still need to check the crate before I bring it in.
Of course. Thank you again for your help.
that. And Marie is basically a sheep.
Learn anything?
Possibly. I may have an idea.
Ah, you're being cryptic. That's always a good sign. But if you've got a plan, let's talk about it.
Alright.
Got a minute, Bill?
For you, Miles, I've got 5.
Right. Based on what we've been told in our experiment, I can only conclude that our burglar is using the upstairs window to get into the shop.
So what do you propose we do about it?
It's happened repeatedly over the past 3 weeks, on one of the delivery nights. Since it has yet to occur this week, and today is Friday, logic dictates it should be tonight.
So we settle in and wait to see if the burglar returns? Catch him in the act?
Exactly. It's our best chance of solving this before the trail goes cold.
Sick.
And I was really looking forward to getting that drink at the Angel tonight, too.
I know, but it's as you said yourself, there'll be plenty of other opportunities. Besides, forbearance is good for the soul.
Spoken like someone who truly has no idea how to have any fun.
I'm sure I'll get the hang of it one of these days, especially with your expert tutelage.
Okay, let's go have a chat with Mrs. Hambrook. I'm sure she'll be delighted to know we're spending the night. Damn, forgot to bring my deck of cards again.
At least it's quiet up here. I'm surprised we didn't go deaf after the last time we did this.
What?
I said, oh, right. Your sense of humor remains
Boom.
on point.
Miles, have you ever considered leaving all this behind?
What, you mean quitting the force?
The force, the city, going off and seeing what else is out there.
Oh, we're getting deep
You
with
know?
Bill.
I'd miss it too much. Wouldn't you?
Deep
I was
sessions with
thinking I
Bill.
might visit Harley out west. She makes it sound like a dream in her letters. Wide open spaces, fresh air. I know I'm a city boy and would probably miss New Britannia's filth and squalor after a week, but
You should do it. Change of scenery never hurt anyone. Plus, it's much
That's a
easier
lie.
for you than it is for me. I've got a family to consider after
What
all.
about the people that died on the Titanic?
right.
Oh, no, I didn't mean it like that, Bill. It's just...
Shh. I think I heard something.
Oh. A fucking large gentleman.
No.
Bill? Stop! Police!
Damn it. He's got up the fire escape. We can corner him on the roof. Stay close and keep me covered.
No, Bill's hat. Bill's fucking dead, man.
Bill!
Stay back, officer. Got a knife.
Oh my god,
Ready
Bill's
your
dead.
pistol for him.
But you're too close.
I trust you, Miles. Your pistol, now! There's really no need for this, officer. I respect your desire to uphold justice. Mine is more important. If you let me go, I won't come back. And we can all forget this ever happened. Don't listen to this lunatic, Miles. Take your shot before things get worse.
No!
Fuck!
Bill! Oh, God!
As soon as his hat fell off, I knew he was dead.
I am so sorry, my friend. I am so sorry.
Okay. Well.
Wake up, sunshine.
I thought that's what I called you.
What's the matter? Have a rough night?
Are we being
Overdid it
haunted
on
by
the
Bill?
soporific. Why do I feel like I've had this conversation before?
I'm just glad you're in the mood to converse again. Seriously, you took so much of that snake oil last night, I was starting to think you wanted me quiet for good.
It's no personal slight. I just need some quiet time, or I'll go insane.
I get it. We all need our space. I know it's not easy, but there's really no need.
Not easy. Bill, I've been hearing your voice since you died. You don't shut up unless I take that accursed medicine. I'd say that qualifies as a bit more than not easy.
Yeah, well, how do you think I feel? You think I enjoy being trapped here, listening to you whine about how hard your life's become? You at least still have yours.
Alright.
I'm losing my grip on reality, and it's all because of you.
Believe me, I know. It's not a pretty situation. But the bottom fact is, you're stuck with me. So you can either keep living this way and ruin your life even more than you already have, or you can do as I've told you and try to figure out a way to let me move on.
Fair enough.
Right. For the 1000th time, you want me to find the burglar from the flower shop.
Yes, exactly.
I still don't get how that's going to help.
I can understand your confusion, considering it was you who killed me. But the point remains. You wouldn't have been in that situation in the first place if not for him. Once the criminal has been caught and is in custody, we'll both get what we want.
Justice?
More than that, you'll have that elusive thing you always wanted to give others. Closure.
You do realize the trail's pretty much frozen at this point. Our man has seemingly vanished into the ether.
That's no excuse not to keep trying. I know the cases Upton's been giving you these past few months haven't been the most thrilling, but they've at least kept you active. So just keep at it. Something has to turn up eventually. Unless, of course, you want to wind up in Riverview Asylum. And if that happens, I'm really not going to keep quiet.
Fine.
Good man. Now, I suggest you stop talking to thin air, or Adelaide's gonna start wondering if you've gone mental. Or just maybe, she'll stop wondering.
Very funny.
Alright.
Wouldn't you say it's time for a change of clothes, Miles? You've been wearing that coat for who knows how long.
So? Addie gave it to me. Besides, it gives me character.
Right. Brooding detective in a long black coat. That's never been seen before.
What are you talking about, Bill?
Never mind.
Correct.
Pretty, but I'm glad I don't have a sense of smell anymore.
Oh, it's his hat.
You should have let me be buried wearing my hat. At least it wouldn't be gathering dust like it is now.
If I'd done that, it would be dust right now.
Heh, fair point. That's a fun little apparatus Adelaide got you. Very soothing.
Watching it spin long enough puts me right to sleep.
I'd say that's really more the soporific's doing.
Alright, okay.
It's admirable just how organized Adelaide is. Maybe someday the same can be said about you.
Got him.
I always like that self-portrait of Adelaide's mother, even if the eyes do always follow you around the room.
Oh god.
Adelaide's mother certainly enjoyed pressing flowers. Do you suppose she does more of it now that she's retired?
There are a lot of flowers in this room. Just saying.
Miles, care to explain what you're doing?
Just checking to make sure everything that needs to be in here still is.
Right. If you start taking that stuff during the day, you're really going to have problems.
Alright. Okay.
Well, look who's awake. Ready to rejoin the living?
Very much so.
You were talking in your sleep again.
Did I say anything interesting?
Do you ever?
You have to admit, she's got you there.
How are you feeling?
Loser.
A touch groggy. I think I took a bit too much of the soporific last night.
That's what I thought. When you went for your after-lunch nap, you'd barely gotten breakfast down. I saved you some bread and cheese if you're hungry.
But it's
Thank
after
you,
lunch.
but I haven't got much of an appetite.
You really should regulate your doses more carefully, love. I'm sure dull senses and an empty stomach aren't much help to your work.
Almost definitely.
By the
not.
way, a message arrived via courier for you this morning. I put
Right.
it on the table along with today's newspaper.
Oh, thank you, dear.
dear.
Oh, I wrote this game. Nope. A big case has come up in which I think will meet someone at a coffee
Upton
house.
says she's got a big case for me.
All right.
Does she go into any more detail than that?
No, but then you know Upton. Always on a need-to-know basis. Especially since she's been giving me these cases under the table.
To be fair, they haven't exactly been anything of note.
True, but
Wow.
she's still sticking her neck out for me. I can understand why she's so secretive about it.
I think she just misses having you around the station.
Poor Connie. With you quitting and me dying, she must be bored stiff at work.
Fair dues.
Anyway, I'm supposed to meet her at the
With you
ruined
quitting and me
coffee
dying.
house. That can't be right.
It's not like Constance to make mistakes. She must have gotten in somehow.
Guess I'll head over there and see what she's got then.
All right. Let's have a look at newspaper though. Oh. Second bizarre murder baffles police. All right. Huh. All right. I killed him.
I'm
It
heading
was
out
me.
for now.
Take care of yourself out there.
Oh fuck, where am I going? Oh good. Alright. I didn't expect this to be a map, to be honest.
Ah, the Rouen Coffee House. Worst Java in Lamplight City, but there's no better place to overhear all the rumors and gossip in town. Just make sure you don't get too close to the other patrons. Discretion was never your forte.
Dirty plates.
If it isn't my old friend, up to no good.
Hello, Fordham. It's good to see you.
How did you get them to let you in here?
It's rather simple, really. The owner and I have an understanding. He pretends women are allowed in coffee houses, and I don't report his unsavory business practices to Chief Snelling.
Sounds
Oh.
like a good deal. What sort of unsavory business practices are we talking about?
Oh, we haven't got time to get into that now. But take some advice. Don't order anything that isn't water.
I got your
going on?
message. What's going on?
It's time for you to join the big boys again, Fordham. Your
Oh,
days
shit.
of finding lost cats are over.
So stop teasing me and tell me what it is already.
Do you know Madame Laura Dupre?
Oh.
Can't say the
No.
name rings any bells.
I'm not surprised. She's one of the Gascon Grand Dames. Doesn't really run in our kind of social circles.
Ah, right.
Madame Dupre died the day before yesterday. Her funeral was held this morning.
My condolences.
But halfway through the service, the mourners heard a loud knocking coming from inside her coffin.
Oh.
She wasn't dead?
Apparently not. Nearly interred alive, although her doctor swears she had no pulse.
Oh, God.
Dupre's son Andrew was quick to suspect foul play. He accused a man named Albert Martin, and the police arrested him.
So where do I come in? Sounds like the case has already been solved.
I strongly suspect that Martin is innocent, especially considering the talk of him having used black magic on Dupre. The police feel they have enough evidence to convict, so they're not bothering to investigate any further.
Oh,
You're
shit.
going to look into it and see if I'm right, then find the person who was really behind this.
Has Madame Dupre recovered from her ordeal?
I'm afraid not. Apparently she's been catatonic since they pulled her out of the coffin.
I mean, fair enough.
Unfortunate.
If you'd like to question Mr. Martin, he's being held at the Bow Street jail. Or you could take a look around his house. It's at 451 Compton Street in Worcester.
And the Dupre home?
That's at Emmeline and Comtesse, right across from the old Angeline convent. It's also possible you might run into the police during your investigation, since they're technically still on the case.
Thanks for the warning.
Was there anything you wanted to talk about before you get started?
Yeah, why not?
Yes, actually, I had a couple of questions.
Let's hear them then.
Why do you have a beard? Sorry. Very rude of me. Okay. Alright. Let's just figure out what's going on.
Don't suppose there have been any developments regarding Bill's murder.
Unfortunately not. The department hasn't exactly been focusing on that case as a priority.
Well,
The general attitude is that it was an accident. Bill died an honorable death in the line of duty.
Would have been nice if they bothered saying that at the funeral.
And of course, there are still those who blame you for his death, Snelling being the first and foremost.
But the man who really caused Bill's death is still out there.
Yes, I know, but it looks like you're on your own if you want to find him.
fair enough.
My hands are tied. I can only ask around so much before the higher-ups get suspicious.
I mean, I did actually
Don't
kill
give
him.
up.
I am
Utah
the
may be
murderer.
a big city, but the criminal world is surprisingly close-knit. If you find any connections or leads during your other cases, be sure and let me know. I'll do the same if I find anything out.
See, she has a priority straight. You could learn a lot from Upton.
Shut up.
How are things going with you?
Work is hectic as usual, and I'm spending my day off in here. But considering my home life is still a shambles, maybe this is the best place to be.
I'm truly sorry about that.
Don't be ridiculous. If it hadn't been for you, I'd still be chained to that philandering bastard. It hasn't been easy, but I'm much better off this
Can I do that? Yay!
way. Trust me. Anyway, work gives me something to focus on. I'm sure you can relate to that.
Yes, and I'm grateful to you for getting me these case leads. I know you're taking a risk to do it.
It's the least I can do. How about you? How's Adelaide?
She's fine, although things between us could be improved, if I'm being honest.
Wow.
The less said about it right now, the better, I think.
I'm sorry to hear that. You can talk to me about it if you need to, although I'm probably not the best person to ask for relationship advice.
I wanted to go over the case with you.
Okay, what have you got?
What do you know about Madame Dupre?
Only what I've read about her in the paper.
Oh, shit.
She's been married thrice, which I can empathize with, and she's extremely rich, which I can't.
What makes you think this Martin fellow is innocent?
The fact that the only evidence is the word of Dupre's son. I've seen this sort of thing thousands of times, and I'm sure you did too. They're just looking for a scapegoat. You're the only person I know who can put it right.
Upton's
Good God.
intentions are noble, but she has to realize this is just a drop in the ocean.
That's enough about the case for now.
Okay,
That's it, I think.
then you'd better get back to it.
Well, I'm not entirely sure how this is going to help you find the flower shop burglar, but I suppose freeing an innocent man is a worthy diversion.
Fair dues. I'm sure it will lead on to it somehow. Oh God. Alright, let's go to Dupray Manor.
You are aware this is private property, sir?
Slap him.
Yes, I'm Miles Fordham, private investigator. I'm looking into the incident involving Madame Dupre. I assume this is she?
You assume correctly, Mr. Fordham. My apologies, but I thought the police had already made an arrest.
That's right, but there's still some doubt as to the man's guilt. May I ask your name, sir?
I am Dr. Fellows, Madame Dupre's private physician. I'm afraid she's in no state to be answering questions at present.
Are any other members of the family home?
He's
Her
the killer.
son, Mr. Montgomery, is in the entrance hall.
She
I
did
had
it.
to give him a mild sedative to settle his nerves, but he should be all right to converse.
Then if you don't mind, I'll have a look around.
She's actually still dead.
Her eyes are glazed over, and she's got a vacant, expressionless stare. She seems completely oblivious to her surroundings.
Thank you, Bill.
If we didn't know she'd been buried alive, I'd say she was just exhibiting the typical symptoms of your average rich person. This fountain probably looked nicer when it was working, but right now it's just a breeding ground for mosquitoes.
Nobody ever keeps fountains
With
working.
vast sums of wealth, Madame Dupre could probably feed a starving family for the next 30 years. Instead, she uses the money to keep her hedges trimmed.
Typical evil rich people. Yep, I get it.
With her vast sum...
Oh. To the manor. Away!
Oh, hello. Are you the new servant?
No, I'm Miles Fordham. I'm a private investigator looking into your mother's attempted murder.
How did you know I was her son? Oh, of course. You must have sensed it with your detective's intuition. I should have guessed by that giant head of yours.
Knock him out. Fucking hit
You
him.
feeling all right, Mr. Montgomery?
Yes, I'm fine. Much better than when those pesky police officers were snooping around earlier. But I like you, Mr. Fordham. I can already tell you're not like them. Not like them at all. Please, call me Andrew.
Okay,
Yes.
Andrew.
Well, I'll have a look around, and I may need to ask you some questions. Do you think you can handle that?
I can. In fact, I really look forward to it.
If the good doctor gave him a mild sedative, I'd hate to see what the stuff you take would have done to him. What a beautiful parrot. Must have cost the Dupre's a cool copper.
1 copper for a parrot? Speak to the parrot.
Who's a pretty bird?
Ray's a pretty bird.
Damn right.
Polly want a cracker?
No, thank you. Rock.
Pieces of 8?
Bye, matey. Rock.
Excellent.
So long, birdie.
Rock. Bye-bye.
Got a new favourite character.
Dupre looks like she's holding on to that poor bastard for dear life.
Does he have money? To the kitchen. To the upstairs. To the kitchen.
Pardon me, miss.
What? Who are you?
I'm Miles Fordham. I'm investigating the attempted murder of Madame Dupre.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir, but I'm very busy. I can't help you.
What are you making?
All right, I'm going.
Don't we?
Certainly no shortage of bowls or food preparation items around here. Some kind of water dispensing device, maybe? I was never very good at finding my way around the kitchen.
Thank you.
Yeah, looks like gumbo's on the menu tonight. I wonder how it
Gumbo!
compares with Upton's special recipe. It's times like these make me wish I could still eat.
Gumbo's great. I love
Looks like the
gumbo.
type of spices you'd use in a stew. Most likely paprika or turmeric. Nice variety of reds and oranges.
Very nice. Very nice.
Judging by the amount of food this family probably eats, washing the dishes must take forever.
You need a dishwasher, mate. I mean, miss. Goodbye. Away! Oh. piano.
Goodness, someone went overboard with the flowers. This brings back some memories, doesn't it?
Ones I'd rather forget.
Well, he's dead and following you, so.
These should be useful.
Taken. Robbed.
Dr. Tennyson's Vigor Pills. These would make a sloth act like a hummingbird.
Wow.
The Science of Pharmacology. Yeah, I'm sure it's riveting stuff. I can only wonder what sort of potions Andrew concocts in this thing.
Leeches.
Is this really the best that medical science has to offer?
Yeah, man. Leeches. They could have cured your death.
What in the ether is that thing supposed to be? Actually, I'd rather not know.
Butt plug.
A gentle reminder that everyone's time is slowly running out.
Wow.
Decadent. Why would anyone need so many flowers in one room?
Perhaps it's to mask the odors of those chemicals on the workstation.
Could be.
Smart. Right, that's mystery solved.
Oh, look. It's one of those new audio cylindergraphs. I can't quite wrap my head around how they can manage to get sound out of a wax cylinder.
Shit's
it must
crazy.
be a nice place to sit and listen to music.
Excellent. Go me. I'm beautiful at music. There's almost definitely so. Ooh.
I don't know much about art, but I see Madame Dupre and I at least have similar tastes.
That's nice. That's good. Oh, what's this?
A horrible little porcelain figurine. Madame Dupre didn't strike me as the type to play with dolls.
Porcelain figurines are fucking horrible. Not as bad as Furbies, but like
I've never seen so many beauty products together in one place. Doesn't look like they get used much, though.
Oh, she's in a catatonic state, Bill.
Whoever lives in this room really likes plants and flowers, don't they?
Locked. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. They're all empty. How unusual.
That is unusual.
Not to mention disappointing. Well, someone's fancy. I never liked these types of beds much. They feel too claustrophobic.
I always thought they had a certain appeal myself.
Yes, you would think that about a bed that lets you shut out the rest of the world.
Some fucking shade being thrown.
Nice little cottage. Looks like it would make a nice cozy spot to retire. If I hadn't already retired from life, that is.
Oh my god. This is what it's like if this is what it'd be like if I killed Matt. Just haunt me and throw shade at me constantly.
You've got some huge bags under your eyes, Miles. Reminds me of the case we had on that strange train.
Don't remind me.
Murder on the Orient Express. Just Matt hovering around me being like, imagine having legs.
You've got some
Don't.
That's an old uniform, from the turn of the century by the look of it. This must be Madame Dupre's first husband. Kind of strange that she'd still keep his portrait in the bedroom.
Well, if he's is this a bedroom? I guess this is a bed here. All right.
Let's see if there's anything in these drawers. Damn, nothing but personal effects and more stationery.
Don't forget the first rule of detective work. If there's nothing useful inside, check underneath and between.
Ah, yes, of course. Thanks for the reminder.
Uh-huh, now this is intriguing.
Oh. Oh. We have a clue.
One of those melodramatic romances. I read it a while back, and I couldn't tell you a thing about it. Now that one sounds interesting. I was always a fan of Bedletter's short stories.
Okay, alright. What's this one?
Doesn't appear to be very brief if there's 2 volumes of it. Wonder if anyone outside the family would find this even remotely interesting. Doesn't appear to be very brief if there's 2 volumes of it. Wonder if anyone outside the family would find this even remotely interesting. Choice and consequence. Who in their... I don't even want to know what that one's about.
Buffalo Skinner.
I read that one last year. If you ever wanted to know the intimate details of a buffalo's anatomy, I highly recommend it.
Oh. Well then, Bill, I will have to read. There's got to be something here, right? Why include this?
A much younger Madame Dupre. I suppose that's a nice alternative to a mirror. Ooh, a fainting couch. You know, I always wanted one of these, but I never fainted enough to justify buying one.
I simply have never fainted enough. That's an awful rug.
Ah, the Gascon Docks. The artist definitely took some liberties. You can't see a single person getting stabbed. Must be nice being able to afford keeping your oil lamps lit during the daytime.
That's a monocle kind of rich right there. Sure, this got Nobbit's got to say.
I have some questions.
Sorry, is that
for you.
Cersei Lannister?
Oh, goody.
A fungus.
Got a gorilla grip, bussy.
Paul! Paul, thank God you're here. Please speak to me. I'm out of juice. How are we doing, Paul? We're currently trying to solve the murder of our partner who is haunting us. I am here, have no fear. This is Paul.
What can you tell me about Madame Dupre?
She came back from the dead. I couldn't believe it. My mother, resurrected, just like Jesus.
Yes.
Hey, Crunchy!
I heard you're the one who accused
That's
Mr.
coming at the
Martin
right
of the
time.
crime.
Yes, you have.
Oh, no, I already talked to the police about that. I
It's
don't want to
crime
think about it
solving
right now.
That's a rather exotic bird you've got.
I like looking at him. He has such pretty colors, doesn't he?
That he does.
You know, I've always wondered what he might taste like. Is that bad, do you think?
I really couldn't say, Mr. Montgomery. Thanks for your time.
No, thank you for yours.
This is ridiculous. He won't be of any use in this state. If it takes him as long to snap out of it as it takes
feeling
you,
good?
we'll be waiting around
Very
here until
nice.
noontime tomorrow. There has
Very
to be a
good
way to
fooing.
bring him back to his senses. Maybe that quack outside knows something of use.
Alright. Let's go outside. Okay, so story so far. We went to investigate a flower shop burglary. The burglar came. My partner died. My partner's now haunting us. He's the other voice that you hear in the ether. We quit the force, but now we're back to solve the murder of this lady. She was murdered and then she woke up in her coffin. Finally finishing off how much I have free time? Oh my god.
Doctor, may I ask you a few questions?
Please be my guest.
A fucking amazing, Crunchy.
May I ask exactly what kind of sedative you gave Andrew?
A simple tincture of laudanum. It's what I give all my nervous patients.
He seems a bit out of sorts.
Hot? Meat kettle.
It can have that effect, but it usually wears off in half a day or so.
Is there a way to bring him out of his condition sooner?
A stimulant would have the opposite effect, but I wouldn't recommend mixing the two. It could have potentially harmful effects on his heart.
Oh, of course. I wasn't planning on doing anything of the sort. I was just curious.
It's cute how you act like you have no experience in these matters. It's almost convincing.
No, I'm definitely not going to kill him.
Tell me about Madame Dupre.
She is a great woman and a pillar of the community. I cannot imagine why something like this could happen to her, or how someone could be capable of such a barbaric feat. Though this ordeal has been terrible, I am confident she will overcome. The power of her physical constitution is surpassed only by her strength of character.
Don't know how animations look weird.
If he wasn't on her payroll, I highly doubt it.
What were the circumstances surrounding Madame Dupre's supposed death?
Her son, Andrew, sent for me a few days ago after finding her unconscious and unresponsive. As I was unable to detect a pulse or breath, I had no other recourse but to declare her deceased. I judged that Madame Dupre had likely suffered a sudden cardiac arrest. It was most shocking to be proven wrong at a funeral.
I can imagine. Where was the funeral held, by the way?
St. Denis Cemetery. Madame Dupre wished to be interred in the tomb of her father's family, name of Chesterton.
Perhaps I'll go have a look.
Alright. We're getting somewhere.
Those are all the questions I've got for now.
I hope I answered them adequately.
You did not. You did not. I'll just be 1 second. I just ran out of water. Stay hydrated, kid. You're right. You're right, Paul. When you write, you're right. Should put the most uncomfortable headset in the world. Ugh. Ugh. Why such an early stream? I thought Twitch was taking the piss out of me. Oh, no, I just... I'm not doing a stream tonight because I'm going to go watch Spider-Man. So I thought I'd just wake up and do it. We got strobes too. Oh no, wait. Boom. Fine, top hat. My good sir, thank you. I needed it for investigating. It's my investigating hat. Very important indeed. Away!
Ah,
does it have my
St. Denis
go-go
Cemetery.
gadget?
Best view in the city. It's just a shame none of the residents can enjoy it. I think I'm buried around here somewhere. Wonder how the old gravestone is doing these days.
It's just at Stephen. Fuck
Looks
it.
like people have left markings and offerings in front of this tomb. You may think it's a silly superstition, but I wish you'd leave a bottle of Bollingworth at my grave every now and then.
That's how I imagine Stephen would react in death. I'm like, hey man, put some fucking whiskey on my gravestone, please.
Nice view of the river from up here. You can hardly even see the cloud of smog over the chum. plaque says Harrison. Doesn't look very opulent, so I guess it doesn't belong to anyone important.
Oh, that one.
This just goes to show you can't take it with you, so you might as well spend it all on a giant tomb. I don't know
Like the
him.
Egyptians.
Must be a recent addition to the force. Well, at least he won't recognize you.
That's good.
Good day to you, officer.
Good day, sir. How may I be of assistance?
Scaffolding up outside my house, and someone woke me up. Damn, that would piss me off no end. You should push him off. Just push him off, man.
Would you mind letting me in the tomb, please?
Afraid I can't do that, sir. This tomb is currently part of a police investigation and ain't available for visits until further notice.
I'm at work. I'm trying to not, despite everyone coming into my office to help. Fair enough. You're working 5 till 4? That is not good news.
But it's my dearly departed Aunt Hester's birthday today, and I always bring her flowers.
I don't have flowers.
I'm sorry, sir, but I've got my orders. Come back in a few days. I can assure you, your aunt won't have gone anywhere.
Is it Mad Friday? Oh shit, yeah.
Good day to you, officer.
Afraid I ain't got time for idle chat, sir.
Well, you
Please, move along.
He definitely has time for idle chat. Alright.
Fordham, is that you? You look like something a cat spat up.
Hello, Giles.
Don't be mean
It's
to me.
lovely to see you too.
Who's this guy? What's he done?
What brings you around the jail? I thought you'd quit being a detective.
Jail.
I'm looking to speak with Mr. Albert Martin.
Oh, I see. Well, that's him in the first cell there. I'd say what needs saying as quick as you can, though. He's headed for the gallows in the morning.
What? Already? But what about a trial?
No trial necessary when there's black magic involved. This little half-breed's already sealed his fate.
Oh.
Such a charming fellow, isn't he?
Mr. Martin?
Who are you? My lawyer?
No, I'm actually here to help you. The name's Miles Fordham. I'm a private investigator.
How are you going to help me?
I'm looking into the attack on Madame Dupray. I believe you're innocent.
Oh, thank heaven. That's music to my ears.
Would you mind answering a few questions for me?
Friend, if it means saving me from the noose, I'll tell you nothing less than God's truth.
Interesting choice of phrase for someone accused of using black magic.
You don't have to say it like that, just magic's fine.
What can you tell me about Madame Dupray?
What's to tell? She's a twisted, evil woman who got what was coming to her. Whoever attacked her deserves some sort of reward for the service they're doing the community.
So it wasn't you then?
No, I'm innocent, Mr. Fordham. You have to believe me.
I'm afraid you're not making that very easy right now, Mr. Martin.
You're really not.
Do you know anything about the circumstances of Madame Dupray's supposed death?
No, I had nothing to do with it.
Then why did her son accuse you?
Probably because he's just as ignorant as she is.
What I meant was, how did her son know to accuse you? Have you had any contact with the family before?
Yes, you could say that.
Uh-oh. That gleam in his eye says it all.
You see, I'm involved with Dupray's daughter, Juliet Montgomery. Dupre doesn't like that one bit. She even threatened me once.
Is that right?
With a letter?
Yes. She might have everyone else fooled, but that woman is the devil incarnate. I can't understand how something so heartless and cruel could have spawned someone as pure and loving as my dear Juliet.
He's not really helping his case much, is he?
Always Juliet. Tell me about this Juliet.
Tell me about Juliet.
She's wonderful. Such a beautiful, kind soul. She hasn't come to see me yet, but I'm sure that's because of all the confusion in the last few days.
Yeah.
Juliet wouldn't believe for a second that I would be capable of harming her mother. I'm sure of it.
How did you two get involved?
We met at the university.
Your classmates?
Hardly. They wouldn't allow someone like me to enroll there. Juliet studies botany. I work as an assistant in the greenhouse. We started talking, and she actually treated me like a person. To everyone else, I was just the boy who fetched the test tubes. But Juliet actually wanted to hear what I had to say.
Did you fetch
the same
test
taste
tubes?
in books and art. Didn't just treat me like some piece of gardening equipment. She even shared some of her notes with me after I told her I was interested in botany as well. From there, things just got better. I don't expect you to understand or approve, but that's how it happened.
Oh, you'd be surprised. It doesn't sound too different to how my wife and I got together. Except I was a detective and she was a singer at a bar.
And she's...
Yes, Mr. Martin. Anyway, back to the matter at hand. How often is Juliet in the greenhouse?
Every weekday, but I doubt she's there now. She's probably trying to find out where I am and working to have me released.
Somehow, I wouldn't bet on that.
Yeah, me neither. Seems like you're shit out of luck, buddy.
How did you end up in here?
I was just minding my own business at home when the police showed up with no warning. They made some outrageous claims about me putting some sort of curse on Madame Dupre. The next thing I knew, I was here.
Did you do it?
Oh, Mama must be beside herself with worry. I just hope she's all right.
Did you curse her?
What does your mother do, Mr. Martin?
She helps people.
I was hoping you'd be just a bit more specific.
She provides spiritual help to those who seek guidance.
She's a spiritualist.
Not quite. She's more like... how can I explain it?
She's a witch!
How a priest holds mass to spread the word of God to the people. My mother holds services and calls on the spirits to walk among us, providing healing and guidance.
So she's a religious leader?
If you want to give her that title, it would be the most appropriate.
And does this religion of yours have a name?
You'd probably know it as...
Voodoo,
but it doesn't mean what you think it does. People are so quick to judge and portray us as evil when they have no idea.
So you practice voodoo, do you?
Are you making fun of me, Mr. Fordham?
No, of course not. Apologies if it seemed as though I was. It's just that the police are convinced that black magic was involved in Madame Dupre's apparent death.
That's because that idiot son of hers knew about my mother, and like all bigoted fools, assumed that we're involved in devil worship and the black arts. But I can assure you this is most certainly not the case, Mr. Fordham.
Of course. I didn't mean to imply.
Just forget it.
That's all for now.
Wait, before you go, would you do me a favor? Would you go see my mother at our house and give her a message?
You're at 451 Compton Street, right?
Yes, that's right. Could you tell her I said St. Rock's dog is barking?
I suppose I could do that, yes.
Oh, thank you.
Whatever happened to a simple I love you?
St. Rock's dog is barking. A duo of duos? Who do the voodoo that you do so well? Cast a spell. Oh, make me want to shoot, ba-doo, shoot, ba-doo, shoot, ba-doo, 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 shoot, ba-doo, shoot, ba-doo. That's a university.
Ah, Compton Street. We're not too far from Restaurant Row. When's the last time you ate, anyway?
Please, let's not add eating to the list of things to nag me about.
Is this where he lives?
I'm sorry, I have no time for visitors today.
You're a witch!
You're Albert Martin's mother, aren't you?
Who are you?
Miles Fordham. I spoke with Albert, and he told me to give you a message. He said to tell you that St. Rock's dog is barking.
Oh, I see. That's good. That's very good. You better come in, Mr. Fordham. Standing on the street just won't do.
Okay. Help me, I'm scared.
Welcome to my home, Mr. Fordham.
You don't have
I'm
a table
Sabine
with
Martin.
your seat.
I hope you understand that Albert has nothing to do with this awful business. Would you care for some tea?
Well, her tune certainly changed when you gave her that message. I wonder what it meant.
No, thank you, ma'am. I won't be staying long.
She stands up, she's like, you will. Big Milfy vibes. She seems like the old kind of lady that's gonna tell me to stop wanting what I want and chase my heart.
It's
Feed me some
some
gumbo.
old man with a dog standing at the center of a crossroads. If that's meant to have any sort of significance, it's completely lost on me.
It does.
That pattern resembles a flower. Too bad it isn't an Easter lily. Interesting. Those pots look as though they've been wrapped in tobacco leaves.
That's voodoo.
A rather unremarkable book collection, I'm sorry to say. That statue, on the other hand, gives me the willies.
Is it a willy? Oh, this?
For all we know, that rider is some sort of demon. He looks like he's having a good time, at least.
He's a demon!
The Virgin Mary. I must admit, she was the last person I was expecting to see in here.
Ah, well. That's the unvirgined Mary.
I'm afraid that room is private, Mr. Fordham. I must respectfully ask you to not go in there.
Go in.
Of course. My apologies.
Just go in there anyway.
I've got a few questions for you, Mrs. Martin.
I'll try to answer them the best I can.
Alright, let's go. Oh, you're up pretty.
I think I'll take you up on your offer for tea, after all.
All right, Mr. Fordham. You'll have to give me a few minutes to heat up the kettle. I'll be back shortly.
Ha!
Amazing. Even more voodoo stuff back there. Why would she keep these particular items hidden from view?
Good question.
How
The
perfectly
tea
timed.
should be ready in a few minutes, Mr. Fordham. You can help yourself once it's done.
Hell
Very
yeah.
kind, Mrs. Martin. I've got a few questions for you, Mrs. Martin.
I'll try to answer them the best I can.
Imagine just stepping up to someone and be like, I've got some questions for you. They're like, oh yes, I'll help any way I can. You're like, I'll take that tea. Okay.
Do you think your son is capable of doing what he stands accused of?
No.
Never. Albert wouldn't harm a fly.
That's what the mothers always say.
Why don't you tell me a bit more about him then?
Tea!
He started working at the university laboratory a few years ago. I was so proud of him. The university is quite selective, you know. The
Laboratory.
Saintburg staff, as well as its students.
Yes, I've gotten that impression.
He worked in the
I
greenhouse.
always told Albert to be careful around those high society types, but that one always thinks with his heart first.
Is she sure that's the correct body part?
He's all the family I have, Mr. Fordham.
Power of bonus.
Do you know anything about Madame Laura Dupre?
I never met her in person, but I know plenty about her.
Like what?
Nothing fit for a polite conversation, Mr. Fordham. But I can tell you this. Laura Dupre has far more enemies than she lets on.
Oh shit.
Does that include you or your son?
It most certainly does not.
Sounds like it does.
If you'll indulge my curiosity, what exactly was the meaning of Albert's message?
Saint Roch is the patron saint of dogs, as well as the falsely accused. If he sent the message along with you, it means he trusts you, and that I should too.
Oh, cool.
Oh, I see.
Perhaps you were hoping for something more? That's just the way of mysteries, isn't it?
How do you mean?
The thrill of the unknown is always more exciting than the truth.
Oh.
Mystery makes life a little more interesting.
True, but if mysteries were really better unsolved, I wouldn't have a job.
Correct. I suppose.
What do you know about Juliet, Madame Dupre's daughter?
I know Albert was smitten with her, no matter that I told him to be very careful around her kind. Those rich Creole families don't care much for
The
people
whites.
like us. To them, we're just a help. But from his telling, Juliet sounded to be a decent soul. It's a shame the same can't be said for her kin.
Wow.
What exactly is it you do, Mrs. Martin?
I provide services to the public.
A delightfully vague answer if there ever was one. Give me something a bit
Prostitute.
more specific, please.
I'm a mambo asogwe. That means I'm what you call a voodoo queen.
Oh!
I'll give you a detailed explanation of the
Turned into a snake.
responsibilities and duties of the role, but your time would be better spent clearing my son's name.
Can you tell me a bit more about your religious practices?
What I can tell you is that the ignorant whites in this city are afraid of us for no reason. Voodoo is not about black magic or dark spells or turning people into the living dead. It's about healing and life. Naturally, there are misguided souls who may try to use it for ill purposes, but I am not one of those.
Sounds like you hit a sore spot. Might be a good idea to stop pressing her on this angle.
What's in the back room, you witch?
Room of yours.
I beg your pardon?
I don't know about this, Miles. Is this really a road you want to go down?
Actually, never mind. I misspoke. Thank you for your help.
My pleasure.
Can I have tea now? Can I have tea? Can I have tea? What about the tea? Just leaving. Well, put the kettle on for nothing. Bye.
Aren't you going to have your tea, Mr. Fordham?
I'm afraid I just remembered something important I need to look into. Perhaps later.
Suit yourself.
I don't expect her to remember the tea. We all need the tea. I want the tea. I could go to the coffee house. Where have I not been? The uni. I've not been uni. Or Ball Street. Let's go Ball Street. Oh, I've been Ball Street. See ya. Bye. See you later, losers. Who's this?
Huh. It's as though we've journeyed to the tropics. I don't know how you can stand to keep that coat on in here.
I can't. Hey, yo, who are you?
Pardon the disturbance, but are you Juliet Montgomery?
I am. And you are?
Miles Fordham. I'm a private investigator looking into the events surrounding your mother's attempted murder.
Ah, of course.
Have you got time to answer some questions?
Are you
Yes,
sexually
that
attracted
shouldn't
to
be a
voodoo?
problem.
Madam? It's kissing Kate Barlow. She's gonna knock me out.
Do you know anything about the events leading up to your mother's premature interment?
No, it was a complete shock. Mother seemed to be perfectly healthy and full of life. Then, without warning, she was dead. Or so we thought.
I take it you were glad to be wrong?
What a ridiculous question. Of course I was. What sort of heartless beast would celebrate their mother's death?
Oh, I could name a few. Juliet definitely didn't shed any tears over Madame Dupre, though. That much is obvious.
Miss Montgomery, you don't have to lie to me. I'm not going to assume you tried killing your mother just because you weren't upset by her death.
I felt terrible about it. You have to understand, I didn't want her to be dead. I just felt a sense of relief. Please, don't think me a horrible person, Mr. Fordham. It's just that Mother and I aren't currently on the best of terms.
Basically Hitler. Is who I'm talking to right now. Basically Hitler. What's
Why
going
don't
on with
you
your
and your mother
relationship?
get along?
We've never completely seen eye to eye on anything. She always disapproved of anything I did. When I was younger,
black guy.
she used to forbid me from speaking to the servants. I saw no harm in a kind word
It's
or a
'cause you did them.
smile, but she warned us that if we were too familiar, they would take liberties. Then when I declared my intentions to pursue academic studies, she really went livid. In her opinion, a university education was tantamount to a chastity belt. What
Wow.
sort of man would want a wife with a head full of useless facts, she'd say.
Personally, I've always found intelligence to be quite attractive.
I assume your mother didn't approve of your involvement with Mr. Martin?
A rather forward question, Mr. Fordham. But you're not mistaken. I'm not sure how she managed to find out about Albert and me, but when she did, she nearly had a conniption. As I'm sure you can understand,
What
the
is a
situation at
conniption?
home has been less than perfect in the last few months.
Do you know what a
I'd
conniption
really
is?
rather not dwell on
I
it.
have to look smart. Indubitably.
You mentioned you were friends with the servants.
Yes, that's right. I didn't care that they worked for us. Everyone needs a friend.
Did your mother ever
that's
mistreat
lonely.
them?
Mistreat? No, I wouldn't say so. She was always very stern, though, and quite cold. If they ever shirked their duties or misbehaved, they were punished, of course, but nothing out of the ordinary that I ever saw. Most of the servants are my friends, but I'm closest with Amelie, the kitchen maid.
Oh, okay.
Mother wasn't too happy about that. Amelie's been around as long as I can remember. She's like the aunt I never had.
I had a friend called Amelie once. She was fired for being ill during a pandemic. Woo!
What can you tell me about Albert Martin?
I'm not quite sure where to begin.
Why not start by telling me what your relationship with him was?
We met here at the greenhouse. He was working as an assistant,
Daily
sweeping
and nightly
cleaning
and
and
ever so
fetching things
rightly.
for the students. My focus was on academics, naturally. I wasn't too interested in romance. In fact, I've had to turn away nearly every single one of my classmates. But with Albert, I found myself intrigued. I noticed him stealing glances, lingering just a bit too long after bringing over a book or flask, sweeping the same patch of floor near me over and over again.
Stalker.
It wasn't too long before I had him bringing me tools and equipment.
Big ego in there.
regularly.
Alright. Look at that.
I see.
As I mentioned, Mother was an absolute terror when she found out.
Do you believe Mr. Martin did what he stands accused of?
I'm not entirely sure. It doesn't seem like him, but Albert can be quite passionate.
Oh.
If the police believe he's to blame, then they must have a reason for it. It wasn't any secret that he hated Mother.
She's felt
Perhaps
that
I should have ended things sooner. It was satisfying to know that Mother was displeased, but I
Wow.
never imagined it would lead to something like
Okay, me.
this.
It's nice to see she's all heart.
So, you study botany. Fascinating subject.
Are you an admirer of plants, Mr. Fordham?
My wife has the green thumb in the household, but I do have a certain appreciation for them.
Plants are amazing things, just like people in many ways.
Yeah.
How do you mean?
They need attention and care. Ignore a plant, and it will wither. Give it too much attention, and it will become sick. Plants have many things to teach us.
Because I'm sick
and I
of you
greatly
and your
enjoy learning from them.
lies!
What can you tell me about your brother?
Andrew, Mama's precious little boy. If you've met him, you pretty much know all you need to. He's had the whole world handed to him on a silver platter. But he's in for a rude awakening someday. Mother can only provide for him for so long.
A poniard. Very nice.
These plants are impressive. Are they yours?
Yes, I've developed a method to make them extra healthy and strong.
They're larger than anything I've ever seen. How do you do it?
Drugs.
Ah, but I can't reveal my secrets, Mr. Fordham.
Drugs.
The world will hear about my discoveries soon enough.
Incidentally, do you know anything about Easter lilies?
No, I don't keep or grow those here.
No more questions for now.
Then if you don't mind, I
Voodoo!
have work to do.
It's voodoo! Oh my god, it's all voodoo. Go smash up her plants.
Plants they keep in here. I wonder if they serve any purpose or are just meant to look pretty.
It's looking pretty not
Judging
purpose.
from that pipe, that
Purpose.
contraption must be used to keep the plants hydrated. But it looks like a giant earwax remover to me.
The fuck is an earwax remover?
Those flowers are definitely not native to this area. They seem to be thriving in their glass tubes, though.
Excellent.
I've never seen a flower grow that big. What do you suppose they're feeding them?
People! They're feeding them people! They're all voodoo ingredients. Oh my god. They're all voodoo ingredients, and they're using the voodoo to kill people so that they can use the people's bodies to feed to the plants. That's why she's in a catatonic state. She's currently being eaten, her soul's been eaten by plants. And I knew it. I'm a genius. I've figured out. Give me your
One of those
bonsai
cute
tree.
little Japanese trees.
The
with all
perfect
the roots
guy.
these days. Personally, I don't see how giving a tree a haircut is meant to be relaxing.
Perfect crime. Just like killing someone with a piece of toast. Kill them with a piece of toast, eat the toast afterwards. No evidence. What murder weapon? Gotta do some work? What the fuck? You don't do work. Back to Dupray Manor then. You work, said the policeman.
Her eyes are glazed over. If we didn't...
Doctor, may I ask you a few questions?
Doctor,
Please be my guest.
Doctor.
Did you examine Madame Dupre after she reanimated?
Of course. Physically, she appeared to be in fine health aside from minor dehydration. I found no marks or bruising on her body. Mentally is a different story, however. She's remained in an unresponsive state ever since.
Crazy.
Do you have any opinions on what caused Madame Dupre to appear dead?
The most likely cause I can imagine is some sort of poison or toxin.
Toxin. Well, I mean, the most likely outcome is death.
What leads you to believe Madame Dupre was poisoned?
The symptoms she experienced were consistent with prior cases of poisoning I've studied. And didn't the young man arrested have ties to some kind of black magic cult? There have been reported cases of these practitioners using poisons to make people appear dead, then commanding them to do their bidding. I recall reading about a man in the West Indies who was given tetrodotoxin, that's the toxic secretion from a pufferfish, declared dead and buried. He appeared alive in his village some 20 years later.
What?
Doesn't that seem a bit far-fetched to you, Doctor?
Facts are facts, Mr. Fordham.
Facts
Surely
are
someone
facts.
in your line of work can appreciate that.
And what exactly is my line of work?
How long have you been Madame Dupre's private physician?
Have you know I'm
5
unemployed?
years, and I've been practicing medicine for the past 30.
Oh,
I
have
still
you?
spend a couple of days a week treating patients at Riverview Asylum.
Oh, good. Maybe if you're lucky, he could be your doctor someday.
Yay!
30 years is quite a long time. You must have seen some incredible advances in the field of medicine.
I have, yes. I can only wonder how things will change with all this talk of ethericity. There's speculation it can be used to restore necrotic tissue and instantly heal broken bones, among other things. If you ask me, a good bloodletting will never go out of fashion.
Those are all the questions I've got for now.
It certainly
I
has.
hope I answered them adequately.
Goodness me. I hope I never get bloodlet. Maybe I hope I do. Be a nice story, wouldn't it? Tell me what you know, parrot. Who's a pretty bird?
Quack! Ray's a pretty bird.
Good job. Good job.
So
Ray.
long, Birdie.
Yes, you are.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I have some questions for you.
Oh, goody.
Oh shit, do I get to talk to him? Cool. Himself.
How do you typically spend your days, Mr. Montgomery? What are your interests?
Yeah, what do you do?
A little of this and a little of that.
Oh.
Nothing as exciting as what you do, I'm sure. Ooh, tell me, do most bad people start crying when you catch them? I'll bet it's a laugh riot to see them sobbing away.
No, Mr. Montgomery, most of them don't.
Well, that's a real shame, isn't it?
What can you tell me about your sister, Juliet?
I'm reminded of a famous quote, Mr. Fordham. Parting is such sweet sorrow. Let us part on good terms and avoid the subject altogether, please.
Thanks for your time.
No, thank you for yours.
Cool. You're not fucking creepy at all, are you? You fucking freak.
Pardon me, miss.
I told you I'm very busy, and I'll get in trouble if I'm caught speaking to you.
Amelie, please. I need to know what you know about Madame Dupre.
What? How did you know my name?
Voodoo!
Juliet told me about you.
Miss Juliet?
Yes, I spoke to her at the university. She mentioned you two were friends.
Yes, that's right. She's always been so good to me.
Look, Amelie, I'm just trying to get some information. And I have a feeling you can be very helpful if you just let me talk to you.
All right, fine.
Yeah.
But do it as fast as you can.
Alright. Let's go.
Are you the only remaining servant here?
No, there's another one. Marcel. He's the new gardener.
The
I
gardener?
haven't seen him in a few days, though. Not since before Madam's incident.
What? I need some food, so I'll be lurking. No problem, Paul. Thanks for
What do you
lurking,
know
man.
about Juliet?
She was always so kind to me and the others, but her mother don't like that one bit. Still, she sneaks down into the kitchen to keep me company some nights. Even though she's a good soul, I think part of her does it just to spite her mother.
Well, that's weird.
What can you tell me about Andrew?
He ain't so bad. Kinda spoiled, but he mostly cleans up after himself.
Oh,
Has
nice.
a whole private part of the house, but I think he only uses one room. Better for me, way less to clean.
Tell me about Madame Dupre.
Oh, I really shouldn't, sir.
It would greatly help my investigation if you did.
Madame Dupre was kind enough to hire me as her cook. It's hard to get jobs in the city. Lots of people want their servants to use those new machines. My sister's brother-in-law got half his leg blown off by one of those new ovens. He's lucky he wasn't killed. So I'm plenty happy working here doing real people's work.
Fucking
but Madame
crazy people's
can be
ovens.
difficult sometimes.
Difficult? What do you mean by that?
No, I said enough.
What do you know about Madame Dupre's supposed death?
All I can tell you is that whoever did it really hated her.
Do you know Albert Martin, the man accused of the crime?
No, I'm sorry.
Thank you, Amelie. I appreciate your time.
You're welcome. Now please, let me get back to work.
No. Slap the pots out of her hand. Alright. We've learnt a little bit more. Now I can go. I thought they were legs. I don't know why a front door would have legs. But you know, I thought it did. Okay? I thought it did. Excuse me. So. Yo, Bucko.
Could I ask you some more questions, Mr. Martin?
It's not like I'm going anywhere.
Alright, I don't need your shit though.
Albert, did you hate Madame Dupre?
The woman is cruel, sadistic, and bigoted. When she found out about my relationship with Juliet, she sent me a letter threatening to have me killed if I got near her house or her daughter. So yes, Mr. Fordham, I hated her. But even so, I love her daughter. I wouldn't be so cruel as to take Juliet's mother away from her, even if she hated her too.
I beg your pardon?
Juliet and her mother didn't get along at all. I never asked why, but it was obvious there was something going on.
Intriguing.
Very intriguing indeed.
That's all for now.
Oh, is it? Okay. I thought I was going to ask you more. Like, why did your mum say you work in the laboratory and you actually work in the greenhouse? But I guess that's different. I guess that's something else, I suppose. Why would I go to my house? To the uni! Hey, dickhead.
She's busy. That's not to bother her until we have something to ask her.
I thought I did. Alright. Never mind. Let's have a look at my case book. Discover the source of Juliet and her mother's rift. No, yeah. Okay, alright.
Quite the assortment of plants they keep in here. I wonder if they serve any purpose or are just meant to look pretty.
Alright, so none of these plants are anything that I could take.
I'm here.
It's good to have you back. So what's this big case Upton's got you on? Another missing pet?
If only. A Gascon Grand Dame was attacked and almost interred alive.
You mean Madame Dupre? The one whose obituary was in the paper?
Yeah.
Very same.
That one.
Goodness, that does sound serious. Tell me if there's anything I can do to help. I know you haven't been feeling your best lately.
You're always a help to me, Addie. Though I assure you I have this well in hand.
I certainly hope so.
This is absolute bullshit. No, I do not. Model
Building
ships.
those model ships was a good way to pass the time between cases. Hopefully it'll be a while before you get enough time to build another one.
Excellent.
Your book collection has always astonished me. Heaven help you if you ever decide to move.
Oh yeah, books are so difficult to move.
I can see why Adelaide calls that plant Miles Jr. It's a spitting image. How are your parents doing these days? It's been ages since you wrote them.
That's just a general message to everyone in chat.
It's been so long since you used that desk. Did you even notice when Adelaide got rid of the chair?
The chair, no. I don't think there's ever going to be anything to do in here, but, like, maybe.
Yes, your soporific is still in there. Stop being so paranoid.
No, it's still the same.
Welcome back, Mr. Fordham.
Yo, hey, how you doing? You still got that tea?
She's not going to be much help right now. Best not to bother her.
Okay. Let's go. Give me more information.
Go on, I'm listening.
I wanted to go over the case with you.
Okay, what have you got?
I seem to have hit a roadblock. There's an officer posted at Dupre's family tomb, and he won't let me in.
Makes sense. Who's the officer?
I've never seen him before. He's young, has a small scar over his left eye, and a distinct Dixie accent.
Ah, yes, that would be Officer Grant. He's only been with the department for about 2 months. I don't know a lot about him, but he's already got the reputation for being the type of policeman who'd go out of his way to help old ladies cross the street. Typical Southern gentleman, it seems. Perhaps you can use that to your advantage?
Alright, okay, tell him that some old lady's being mugged.
Madame Dupre's son isn't being very helpful.
Is he refusing to talk?
More like incapable. The family doctor has him pretty well drugged to the gills. I need to find some way to perk him up.
Well, you know, we are in a coffee house.
I have a feeling it will take something a touch more powerful than coffee. That's enough about the case for now.
Okay.
That's it, I think.
Then you'd better get back to it.
Buy coffee.
She's running back and forth at lightning speed. Clearly, she dips into the coffee supply.
Yeah. Look. Oh, fuck, she is pretty fast.
If this is how they store their coffee beans, it's probably a better idea to ask for tea. Asleep at a coffee house. One of life's little ironies. All that metal and tubing just to serve a hot cup of coffee?
Wheezing! Wheezing. Who is this guy? Who is this?
Self-Portrait as a Desperate Man by B. Calvert. A bit like looking in the mirror, isn't it, Miles?
Wow. All right. Her tea. The lady's tea. The voodoo tea might wake up the guy. To the cemetery.
Good day to you, officer.
Afraid I ain't got time for idle chat, sir. Please, move along.
What, really? That's it?
If only that police officer wasn't guarding the tomb, you could go in there and raid it to your heart's content. Looks like people have left markings and offerings in front of this tomb. You may think it's a silly superstition, but I wish you'd leave a box.
I thought I could come here and be like, yo, there's a lady being hurt. I didn't catch the wheezing. No, I just can't. Nah, can I go and get some tea, please?
Welcome back, Mr. Fordham.
Can I have some tea, please? I want the tea.
There's no way you'll be able to look behind that curtain while Mrs. Martin... She's not gonna be much help.
Can't get the tea. I really don't know what to do now.
He's watching you like a hawk. Looks liable to toss you in one of his cells if you try any funny business. I bet that's a direct line to the police department. You should make a rude noise into it when Giles isn't paying attention. Not much in the way of comfort. No bed or even a bucket. It's a good thing this place is meant for short stays.
What is that accent, man? Which one? What accent? How you doing, Spam? Are you finished? He's finished! He's off work! Yeah!
This quack hasn't got anything more for us to learn right now.
How is the day, Spam? The game going? I definitely don't understand it. Alright, okay, so, this quack. So, me and my partner were investigating a murder. Okay. Not a murder, a burglary. And then the burglar killed my partner. And now he's haunting us. So we're on a different case trying to find... Just working a case while we, on the side, try and find who killed my partner, right? So that he can move on and stop haunting me. Murderly, yeah. And the murder we're trying to solve is the murder of this rich lady here, who turned out not to be dead. It was an attempted murder. Oh, nice hat. Thanks, babe. My investigating hat. My hat for investigating stuffs in it. You know? Definitely gotta find something I can use.
The bottle is empty.
Is this really the best that medical science has to offer?
Alright. Day's been decent. Full on, so I'm knackered. Was in at 5:30 this morning, slinging pallets non-stop. Oh god. But it's okay, because you're a big hench boy. A big strong boy. Right? The strongest boy. That's what they call you.
Locked. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised.
I'm just a wee boy. No, you're a big strong boy. Big strong. But I'm fast as fuck, but yeah. Like Kirikou. Like Kirikou? You like Kirikou? Oh my god. Kirikou ne passe. Semenaya.
It would appear that Madame Dupre was taking music lessons.
Her current predicament has probably put an end to that venture, though.
Oh shit. Spam, you know music, don't you? You know music. Can you help me with this? There's a piano in the other room. Is that right? Play chopsticks. Oh, not helping. Was it not? C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Fuck. Piss. Love the sound of a harpsichord. Rocking it. Rocking it. Am I supposed to be playing this? I don't know.
Why would anyone need so many flowers in one room?
Perhaps it's the man.
Rock and roll, baby! Rock and roll! Was I wrong? Is this just listing chords in order? Is that what it's doing? It's not actually a clue of any form. It's just telling me how to read basic music. And I'm fucking up. What the two af kale. This is just like I suppose this will probably be something, right? A code somewhere. Oh, there. Book.
Seems Madame Dupre fancies herself a poet.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh, Morpheus, caress my cheek. Bring forth the soothing visions. Give me strength when I am weak. Allow me some provisions. In your domain, I am as a queen, controlling all I see and hear. I've travelled places I've never been. And now, and know not the meaning of fear. The dove is pure, serene and pale, a glowing angel, sparkling in the sky. Its gentle coos, unlike the wail of the cursed crow that will not die. Protect the dove from grim defeat, let it remain in gentle flight. For when the crow's allowed to eat, it covers the world in a turtle night.
Well, that was life-changing.
Life-changing.
For once in my life, I'm completely speechless.
The C scale.
And perhaps I should take this with me and read it more often. Nah.
Oh. I got an achievement for that called Don't Quit Your Day Job. Which I feel is insulting. Life-changing poetry, I agree. Well, I mean, when read out by an expert such as myself, of course. It's in this room. It's fucking note in this room. What's on these papers here?
Let's have a look through these papers.
Yes.
Aha, what's this?
Huh? A key! Dear Miss Montgomery, unfortunately I've been informed of a series of burglaries in the neighbourhood, near the room you're renting from me at 76 Forest Lane. As a precaution, I've gone ahead and changed the locks. Please find enclosed a copy of your new key. I hope this doesn't cause too much inconvenience to you.
Juliet is renting a room in the Chum. That's certainly interesting. I can't wait to see what sort of dirty secrets she's got hidden away in there.
Away to the Chum. Ha 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 ha. Chum bucket.
Egad! Is this someone's room or a jungle?
Got him!
Quite a fascinating array of plants in here. Not to mention the machinery on the table.
Seems like Juliet is very interested in getting extra credit.
Eh? Oi oi! Gotti!
I wonder what sort of fertilizer or growth tonic these plants are getting. Whatever it is, it's definitely working.
Excellent. This book.
That's quite the book collection. It almost puts Adelaide's to shame.
All impeccably cataloged and organized as well, which makes the two missing volumes stand out even more.
That's quite the...
I know what them two missing volumes are.
Those are the most vibrant flowers we've seen in a while. I bet they smell extra strong.
Yes, they certainly do.
It's a good thing you're the one with the nose.
Mold on the ceiling, SMH. That's because we're in the Chum.
This plant makes Miles Jr. look like a single blade of grass.
Mold.
They appear to be scientific scribblings. I can't make heads nor tails of them.
That makes two of us.
Oh, shit.
They appear to be scientific...
That makes...
To the experiment desk. Zubat poggers. Try and catch the Zubat then. Flies.
They're just doing what flies do best. That got me. I don't know why. Just do what flies do best, I guess. Flying. Got him.
Well, now, this is interesting.
Oh. The athletic effects floral. Chlorophyll modules. Okay, conclusion. Plants thrive from exposure to small, authentic currents. Further experiments needed to determine long-term effects. If animals with greater cognitive ability, including humans, are exposed to specific quantities of authenticity, they will go into a stupor, appearing unresponsive or dead. Oh! So she knows that.
Just a bunch of technical nonsense. I can't understand a word of it.
So she killed her mother?
I have no idea, nor desire, to know what purpose that thing has.
Fuck you, Zubat didn't want you anyway. Oh shit.
Oh, would you look at that?
They appear to now be unresponsive.
Etheric pressure. What a bunch of nonsense.
We just saw it work, man.
I'm guessing they're probably full of more scientific equipment or plant-related stuff. Oh, would you look at that? I have no idea nor desire to know what purpose that thing has.
And if I do it again, do they die? Oh, it snaps them out of it.
They're just doing what flies do best.
Oh, well, you did a science. I can do science, mate.
Just a bunch of tech.
Alright. Just a bunch of technical words you can't understand. Alright. Okay. Let's go back here. Voice actor sounds a bit like Manny from the Ice Age. Who's that again? One from the sitcom? Everybody loves Raymondo. Yeah. He's the brother, right? The brother of Ray. Yeah, everybody loves Ray. Or is it just Ray? Yeah, Manny's Ray, right? Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck yuck it. I think it's Ray. Yeah, it is Ray. The brother's the fucking dumb one that touches food to his chin before he eats it. Because I remember that.
Doesn't appear to be very brief if there's 2 volumes of it. I wonder if anyone outside the family would... Now that one sounds interesting. I was always... I read that choice and one of those...
That was the only other place I found books, so I just assumed that it was them books. Brother's the dumb one with the deep voice, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, dear God, no, please, let's not expose ourselves to that drivel again.
Okay, well, I've also got an empty bottle of stimulant. So I guess if I speak to the guy downstairs, outside.
I have some questions for you.
Oh, goody.
Do I? Oh.
I found this bottle of pills upstairs. Are they yours?
Yes, I take those from time to time when I'm feeling tired.
You seem to be out.
Yes, that is a pity.
Where do you usually acquire them?
Oh, they're available by mail order only. I'll have to remember to request some later.
Ooh,
thanks for your time.
No, thank you for yours.
yours. Alright, well that was useful. That got me far. This guy is a fucking drug addict. No, he's been drugged by this guy.
This quack hasn't got anything more for us to learn right now.
This quack! Alright, shall we go and question her about what the fuck is going on with the flies? Hey, yo, bitch, what are you doing with these flies, you freak?
Hello again, Miss Montgomery. Mind answering a few more questions?
Hello, Mr. Fordham. Not at all.
Do you know anything about ethericity, Miss Montgomery?
You surprised me, Mr. Fordham. I had no idea someone of your profession would know or care about something
yo,
like that.
Bitch!
I've found that it pays to be open-minded.
To answer your question, yes, I am familiar with the theory of ethericity. In fact, it's recently become a focus of my studies.
Really? Like the flies?
Despite what the newspapers have been reporting, it's already possible to access it in small quantities from the air around us.
Have you conducted any experiments?
No, my research has been purely theoretical. I don't have the means to do anything practical, I'm afraid.
Bullshit!
Deceiver, dissembler, her trousers are alight. I can't understand why Juliet might not want to make her research public, though.
Miss Montgomery, please don't lie to me. I know you've been conducting experiments with ethericity. I've seen the room you're renting on Forest Lane.
What? But how?
How?
I wouldn't be very good at my job if I didn't find things out, Miss Montgomery.
Now please, drop the act and tell me about your experiments.
Fine.
Got him.
I've been researching etheric
Fuck you,
effects
bitch.
on living organisms.
Yeah.
I'm planning on presenting my discoveries to the board once I make more progress.
Bitch, being
So
called
far, I've
out.
managed to discover that plant growth is accelerated significantly. It's given me quite the advantage in class.
You've also
But
found
isn't
out
that
that
cheating?
people find...
You have no idea how difficult it's been for me to be taken seriously, Mr. Fordham. No matter how hard I tried, my work wasn't valued on its own merits by my peers or professors. I fought hard to get where I am. I wasn't about to lose all that just because some pig-headed idiots didn't think my best was good enough.
That sounds awfully familiar.
What about your notes on the effects of ethericity on animals?
Oh, those aren't complete. I haven't tested the effects on anything larger than flies. Those experiments were mainly to satisfy my curiosity, but they have little to do with my actual research.
Curiosity? Seems like a lot of effort to go to just to answer a question.
It does.
Then I never really understood these scientific types.
No more questions for now.
Fair dues.
Then if you don't mind, I have work to do.
Why lie to me? Bitch. Alright, well that kind of got me nothing as well. I can't go back? No! Can't go back. I don't trust her. No, yeah. I don't trust her either. She's too innocent. Hey,
Welcome
yo.
back, Mr. Fordham.
Can I have that tea?
She's not gonna be much help right now. Best not to bother her.
I want the tea.
A rather unremarkable book collection, I'm sorry to say.
We've
That
got our
statue,
motive.
on the other hand, gives
She
me
hates
the
her mother.
wills.
I periodically walk into her house just to stand in her doorway and leave. It's a thing we got going.
We haven't anything to discuss right now, Fordham. Come back when you've got something for me.
Fuck.
The specialty house brews. These are definitely not coffee. Seems like they have a little something for everyone in here.
Oh, something for everyone.
Give me an old-fashioned tea kettle any day. A young woman holding a guitar. Completely the wrong way, I might add. Not in much of a hurry to clean up in here, are they? Simon Banks, professional chimney sweep. Services start at 2 coppers per hour. Inquire at 305 Merrick Lane.
Can we go there and
I'm sure
inquire?
he's a lovable urchin, but thankfully, your chimney is clean. Professor Xander Colt Tit III's emulsified soporific, available at all discerning pharmacies. I really don't know why you think taking that rat piss every night is a good idea for him. P.D. Preston's patented papier-mâché perambucat. Handsomely upholstered in silk, satin, and velvet,
Papier-mâché.
and hand-painted in the most artistic manner, as shown in engraving. I suppose if you and Adelaide ever finally decide to have children, something like this will come in handy. Green's sulfur soap. Beautifies the complexion and leaves you smelling fresh as a daisy. Talk about false advertising. I couldn't get a date for a week after using that stuff.
Fat piss, lol. Hey! Oh, rat piss.
Dr. Tennyson's Vigor Pills. Absolutely guaranteed to restore vitality, youth, and vigor, or your money back. For use by men only. These things seem to have had a spike in popularity recently. Dr. W.S. Sales Wonder Tonic. The best and safest medicine for both gentlemen and ladies. Prevents consumption, general weakness, feverishness, indigestion,
General
constipation,
weakness.
diarrhea, loss of appetite, flatulence, and head pain. They should also mention that it prevents breathing, heartbeats, and being alive.
Prevents breathing, heartbeats, and being alive.
Judging by the sooty apron, this man is either a metal worker, a chimney sweep, or just really lazy when it comes to washing.
I'm gonna go with lazy.
Just one of many patrons
General
contributing
weakness,
to the
count me in.
oppressive thug in here. He and his friend are having quite the conversation. I bet it's really boring.
I'll take the lot.
Best avoid that one. He looks like he might tip over at any moment. Reminds me of when I was alive. Ah, good times. He's missing his left arm below the elbow. How do you suppose that happened?
Oh. I just assumed he was resting it on the table. I need your help.
Hey, Addie. Here I am.
Seeing you.
I need your help. Addie.
Addie?
Yes, dear?
I was wondering if you could do me a favor.
What is it?
There's an officer posted in front of Madame Dupray's family tomb, and I need to get a look inside. Could you use your wiles and charm to distract him?
My wiles and charm, hmm?
Well,
Please,
you
wife.
are irresistible, darling. I'm sure he wouldn't turn away a lady in need. Say you've gotten lost in the cemetery and ask him to show you the way out.
Should we really be tricking a police officer like that?
There's no harm in it, and I won't be but a moment inside. It's in a good cause.
All right, let's go then.
Yeah.
Excuse me, officer. I was wondering if you could help me?
What do you want?
I seem to have gotten all turned around. Do you have any idea how to get to the front gate?
My suggestion would be to turn around and head back the way you came.
Yes, I've tried that, but I seem to just be going in circles. Perhaps you could point me in the right direction.
This is why I married you.
Stop right there. That's quite enough from you.
I beg your pardon?
Don't think I can't tell what your game is. You're trying to lure me away from here and into some alley where your gang of Sambos is gonna rob me blind.
Whoa!
Exactly how many of them have you got lying in wait for poor unsuspecting fools you bring them?
Just one.
Oh!
And he doesn't appreciate you talking to his wife that way.
You know, Miles, sometimes I forget how absolutely delightful it is to watch you lose your head.
Miles, was that really necessary?
I'm sorry, Addie. You know how I get with people whose minds are full of that rubbish.
Let's just get him out of sight before this lands both of us in jail.
Fucking
that bush
dick.
over there should work.
They call me the investigator!
I have to say, I wasn't expecting assaulting a policeman to be on today's activity list.
It'll be fine. When you're on the force as long as I was, you can pretty much get away with murder.
Although I think you may have already used up that privilege.
Well, it's been fun, but I need to take my wiles and charm over to my appointment with Mrs. Lefebvre.
Just constantly
I'll see you at
using...
home later, dear. Try to stay out of trouble.
Constantly guilt-tripping me. So, like, the only reason my partner's dead is because I shot him by... He was, like, at knife, held by knife point through the arm. And I tried to shoot the assailant, but I shot him by accident. That's why he's dead. Fucking dropping shade for me.
What a dramatic statue. I'm rather surprised no one has defaced it. That nest is full of eggs. But where's the mother bird?
Perhaps she abandoned it.
Always assuming the worst, aren't you, Miles?
Abandoned.
These crypts are reserved for future generations of Chestertons to rot in.
There are only 3 left.
Then let's hope the Chestertons aren't opposed to spending eternity cozied up to one another.
Douglas Chesterton,
Yeah, you caught it.
1791 to 1840. Good riddance. William Arthur Chesterton, 1770 to 1837. Gone but never forgotten. John Patrick Chesterton, 1740 to 1825. Patriarch, leader, family man.
Finally called something.
Desmond Chesterton, 1745 to 1810. Strong in life, stronger in death.
Oh.
Celine, 1823 to 1844. Taken too soon, rest ye with the angels. Jane Scott Chesterton, 1746 to 1815. Ab Eterno. Sarah Chesterton, 1784 to 1812. I told you I was sick.
That's a good reference. That's a good reference.
Dale Chesterton, 1795 to 1843. A good man. Rest in peace.
This must be what was going to be Madame Dupray's final resting place.
I don't see anything inside.
What? Were you expecting a note from her attacker?
No, but I was hoping for some kind of clue at the very least.
Told you I was sick.
These crypts are...
There are only 3...
Then let's hope that... I suppose the whole heaven shining down upon the tomb motif is good for the dead people's self-esteem.
Is that it? There's nothing actually in here? Please, this is all I have. Please, no. Oh, shit. Have we managed to solve a mystery? No, I've assaulted a police officer. Paul, you would have loved it. It was pretty sick. He was racist. He was one of the bad ones. Alright, well that's it, I guess. Suppose. Oh, then that's okay. Thanks, Paul. Paul said I could do it. They'll ask me in future. They'll say to me, "Hey, who said you could hit that police officer?" And I said, "Paul."
We haven't anything to discuss right now, for...
Fuck off then. No further questions, Your Honor. He was racist. The judge is black. Well then, he's just there like, oh no. Oh no. I've used up my wife. She's not there anymore. Can't ask my wife for anything else. She's done with my shit.
That poster brings back some memories. That's from around the...
Yes, back when Addie was singing at the Angel.
Very well, thank you. How are you today? Spam's just finished work and he's tired, so he's a liar.
I'd love to see the look on Snelling's face if he ever found out you kept your old truncheon. Bollingworth Ale. My favorite. And a nice souvenir from the Angel. You really ought to go back.
I'm a bit sweaty and want a haircut, but I'm good. Hope you get some rest. Or Spam lies down watching me, he immediately falls asleep. It's like, oh, this is boring shit. Hey, yo.
Nothing else, Dad?
Nope, nothing here.
This quack hasn't gotten anything more...
Watching my boy play at Lamplight City and make me, oh, we're doing great, aren't
As
we?
amusing as it is to chat with this oddball, I think we've exhausted his usefulness at the moment.
Is there anything else I can ask her? I'm really stuck. I'm quite stuck here. I'm gonna... Perfect.
Stick around. I may have more questions for you later.
Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere.
She's not going anywhere. I also need a haircut, but I refuse to get one. It's getting very long. Shoulder length at the moment. I want to see shoulder length hair Spam. That's it. As much as I appreciate Danny DeVito, he's just not as pretty as you are. He's not as hot and sexy.
Do you suppose that's for the bird? Or perhaps so the Dupray family members can get a good look at themselves on the way out of the house?
It's in the casebook. Question residents of Dupray Manor. I'm pretty sure I've done that, right? I can't find a stimulant to bring Andrew out of his stupor. Investigate Chesterton tomb. Have I not done that? Have I not investigated the tomb? I'm pretty, but Danny's a stud. Absolute stud muffin. Let's go back to this grave. Because I have infinite time here because I hit that police officer and now he's dead. I just knocked him unconscious forever.
That nest is
Perhaps she abandoned.
always a...
But if you come towards me, sir. Oh. Oh. Man, there's nothing in here, is there? There's just that nest. Assaulted to death. It's too salty.
Nice view of the room.
Why did I have to do so much to get into a room that gave me nothing? Why am I so baffled by that?
Welcome
Bitch.
back, Mr. Fordham.
Help
She's
me.
not-
Please.
Interesting.
She doesn't give me out.
She's busy. She's busy. That's not to bother her until we...
I'm actually stuck. Does anyone got any ideas? I've already assaulted a man to death.
Her eyes are glazed. If we didn't know... This quack hasn't gotten anything...
Fucking minted, mate. Oh, you think you're minted, mate? You think you're minted? Sub me a couple grand, cheers.
Polly, want a cracker?
No, thank you. Rock,
So long, Birdie.
rock. Bye-bye.
Do it now for you, Spawn.
Stick around. I may have more questions for you later.
Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere.
There is literally nothing for me to do. I've clearly missed like one small thing somewhere. I feel like it's got to be in here somewhere. This is the only place with multiple rooms. It's the only place with rooms.
The science of pharmac... It looks as though this folded piece of paper is being used as a bookmark. I hope remembering what page they were on wasn't too important.
Looks like it's a letter for Andrew.
Under the Weeping Angel. We're in. We're in! Must be something in the tomb. Under the Weeping Angel!
What a dramatic statue. I'm rather... Hang on. You don't suppose this is... Surprise, surprise! A hidden compartment with a stash of pills inside. Seems Mr. Montgomery has a little business on the side.
Boom! We've done it. By gosh, I think we've done it. By goodness me. Give that man some pills. Give this man some pills.
I have some questions for you.
Oh, goody.
Oh, goody. Vigor
You'll
pills?
never believe what I found in your family's tomb.
Oh? Was it a ghost?
No, it was these vigor pills. You wouldn't happen to know how they got there, would you?
I see you really are good at your job, aren't you, Mr. Fordham?
Look, Andrew, I'm in no mood for games.
Damn right I am.
I'm willing to overlook your unlawful activities in exchange for your cooperation.
Fine, but you have to understand, I'm not exactly feeling myself right now.
Oh,
I understand perfectly, which is why I need you to take one of these pills.
I suppose one would help. Thank you. My goodness, I always forget how fast those pills work. My heart is racing. You said you had questions, didn't you? Well, go on, ask them already. We mustn't waste any more time.
Alright, shit. Fuck, sorry.
That seems to have done the trick. I just hope we haven't doomed him to a heart attack.
I hope we have.
What can you tell me about Madame Dupre?
I can't believe anyone would be so cruel as to do what that wretched bastard Martin did to her.
Bullshit.
Mother is kind.
This guy's clearly a
generous, and
pervert.
everyone loves her.
Why?
She's even good enough to hire actual people to do the housework. Not many wealthy families do that, you know. They just use automated machines or hire servants to operate the manual ones.
Damn automatons!
How do you typically spend your days, Mr. Montgomery?
The cursed machine!
I study pharmacology at the university. I'll be graduating next year if all goes well. I just hope Mother has recovered enough by then to understand what's going on. She and Jean were so proud of me when I started university. I'd be so disappointed if she couldn't see me finish.
When was the last time you saw a good printing press? Or perhaps just a quill and ink? Soon they'll be walking the streets demanding rights!
I take it Jean is your stepfather.
I thought it was a
He
genius.
is. Mother married him 5 years after my father died of consumption.
My condolences.
Of
You have a good relationship with him.
Not terribly. Truth is, I hardly ever see him. In fact, before the funeral, I hadn't seen him at all this month.
Where is he now?
I don't know for certain, but
Cut
it seems
his
likely
gun
he's
down
in
the
his
gutter.
hunting cabin.
His hunting cabin.
Yes, he often goes there. It's his way of leaving polite society behind and spending time with his thoughts. Considering what Mother just went through, well, I would guess that's where he's gone. Although, to be honest, I don't know why he's not here with Mother in her time of need.
Why do people run away from their problems instead of facing them? Why, Miles?
Do you know where this cabin is?
Afraid not. I don't share his passions, so I never cared much to accompany him on his outings.
Wow. His passion's fucking your mum. Got him! Juliet.
What can you tell me about your sister, Juliet?
Juliet, smart as a whip and just as forgiving. She's a fighter, that one. Despite being the only woman in her class, she's managed to rank at the top.
Impressive.
I only wish Mother was more accepting of
Can you
Juliet
quit your
going
job,
to
Yor?
university.
Yeah, nothing's
You don't
stopping
want to
you,
hear
really.
about boring family matters, I'm sure.
There's bills to pay.
Oh, but family matters
Yeah.
are my favorite. It's always so reassuring to know how much worse off everyone else is.
Oh, that is reassuring. It is reassuring to know that someone else is worse off.
What exactly were the circumstances leading
So I
up to
take it
your
you're not
mother's
having a good day,
supposed
Jon.
death?
A few days ago, I arrived home from school and found her collapsed on the floor. She wasn't breathing, so I immediately contacted Dr. Fellows. He examined her and pronounced her dead. We were all completely shocked. I was devastated. She'd been in fine health. In fact, she'd just been out riding that morning. You can imagine our surprise at the funeral when she
Warren's stopping
sprang back
you.
to life.
I understand. Warren's a good boy. I agree with Warren. Always. Yeah. Would you like an
What's your
automaton to
relationship
help
with
you
the
through
servants
this
like?
trying time?
Relationship?
7 fucking
I don't
people.
have one with them.
7
They're
diaries.
servants.
7
Mother
days.
always made it clear that they weren't part of the
7
family, just
days.
help. We've only got 2 on staff right now, though, the kitchen girl and the gardener.
7 diaries we've had to cancel. Wow.
How is it you know Albert Martin?
He works at the greenhouse where my sister Juliet does her research. The 2 of them were involved romantically, and Mother didn't like that at all. I heard their fights. They were ghastly.
Not
What exactly made you
romantically.
suspect he was the one responsible for what happened to your mother?
Because they had to go to a
Well, I
fucking
mean,
Christmas
it's
party.
obvious, isn't it? His mother's a notorious voodoo witch. Those people do all... It's all out of spite, you know. He knew Mother disapproved of his relationship with Juliet, so he plotted to get rid of her.
So, you're running some kind of pill business on the side?
I'm providing a service,
Don't be
Mr.
sorry, Jon.
Fordham.
It's okay.
Not
You need to
everyone in
rant.
this life
That's
is as
fine.
lucky as I am. People pay top crown for luxuries like airship tickets and social club memberships. Medicine should be affordable
So close
to
to handing
all.
your notice in?
Dr. Tennyson has a patent on the
Don't
energy
hand your
pill
notice in.
formula and thus a monopoly
Wait
on the
until you got
market.
another
That
job
means he can
first.
charge whatever he wants.
We love you.
Students
Yeah, we
use
love
these
you.
kinds of pills all the time, you know. Academic rigors can be overwhelming, and concentrating can be difficult without help sometimes. I've got the skills and the equipment. If I can replicate the formula, help my fellow students, and sell them at a much more reasonable price, why shouldn't I?
There's the fact that what you're doing is illegal.
Ugh, you're starting to sound just like Mother. And just because it's illegal doesn't mean it's immoral. I can think of plenty of examples where the opposite is true.
Correct.
You're probably the most altruistic person I've met all month.
The sad part is it's true.
Taking a long lunch. Do it.
That's a rather exotic bird you've got.
Yes,
They
Ray
can
is
fuck themselves.
nice when he's quiet. But get him started and it's tough to shut him up.
Who trained him?
I think he already knew some phrases when Mother bought him. She's managed to teach him a few new ones, though.
Thanks for your time.
My pleasure.
Well, she taught him. This parrot's key. This parrot is the key to everything. I know it. I know it.
Pieces of eight.
Hi, matey.
What a socialist.
Who's a pretty bird?
Ray's a pretty bird.
So long, Birdie.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Doctor, may I ask you a few questions?
Please be my guest.
Be our guest.
Tell me
Be
what
our
you know
guest.
about Jean Dupre.
I'd rather not speak of him. Madame Dupre does not need to be agitated any further.
I take it you don't look very favorably upon him then.
I'll just say this. If my wife had been attacked and left for dead, you can be sure I wouldn't leave her side.
What a gentleman. He doesn't even leave women who aren't his wife.
I see what you mean. Do you know where I might find him?
I only wish I did.
Those are all the questions I've got for now.
I hope I answered them adequately.
You did not. Good day, sir! Storm off. Who's at Compton Street? Ah, yes.
Welcome
lady.
back, Mr. Fordham.
Hello.
She's not gonna be much help.
Goodbye. Perfect. Are you still here?
Nothing else to ask him right now. He hasn't got much time left. Best not to waste it.
Bye. So you're having a share of a day, Yawn? It's rare Yawn has a good day at work.
Oh. Can we talk?
Go on, I'm listening.
I wanted to go over the case with you.
Okay, what have you
Look
got?
at you with the very fancy hat. Thank you, thank you. Thank you! It's my
I'm
investigating
trouble
hat.
locating Jean Dupre. I know he has a hunting cabin in the swamp, but it could be anywhere.
The swamp is fairly big. It can be hard to locate just one cabin.
I suppose it would make sense to ask someone in his family about it. That's enough about the case for now.
Okay.
That's it, I think.
Thanks.
Then
All right.
you'd better get back to...
Fuck. I know who to ask. The daughter! Ask the daughter. Quickly. To the university! Away! You, bitch!
Hello again, Miss Montgomery. Mind answering a few more questions?
Hello, Mr. Fordham. Not at all.
Is there anything you can tell me about your
Your
stepfather,
stepfather,
Jean?
He's a kind man. I don't really see him too often. He seemed rather upset at Mother's funeral, but I can't help but wonder if he feels the same way as I do about her death.
What do you mean?
Just that I get the distinct impression that he and Mother's marriage isn't as perfect as they'd like it to appear.
I'm starting to sense a trend here.
Your brother told me that Jean enjoys hunting. Do you know where his cabin is?
Yes, it's in Fenton Swamp. I went out there with him a few times, but I didn't really enjoy it. Frankly, the place is rather grotesque. All those stuffed trophies staring at you with their cold, dead eyes.
Yes.
They're much nicer to have around.
A man's
If
man!
you take the main road through
Truly.
the swamp, about a mile and a half, you'll come upon a small dirt path that goes northeast. Take that until you see a small cabin on the left. That's it.
Thank you for the information, Miss Montgomery.
Thank you very much.
No more questions for now.
Good
And
day!
if you don't mind, I have work to do.
Fuck you! You don't do shit. I've been trimming that plant for 3 days. Fuck off. Yo, man's killed fucking...
Hello? Is anyone here?
This swamp has a massive assortment of
Strange of
animals.
Dupre to leave the door unlocked. Maybe it means he'll be returning soon.
He's got a gun.
One of the guns is missing. Jean must be out using it currently.
That's not good.
Satchels, boxes, and other assorted boring things for hunting. I had a nasty run-in with an alligator when I was a child. One less in the world doesn't really bother me, to be honest. An absolute bore.
Absolute bore. An absolute bore.
Are these even native to New Britannia?
No, they're not.
It seems Mr. Dupre is a Bollingworth man. Maybe he's not so bad after all.
What's in this cabinet?
Let's see if Jean has anything interesting in here.
Not very much, except a letter.
Oh. Dear John, thank you so much for your help. To think that Mother would try and have me withdrawn from my studies is just unbelievable. Don't worry, I won't tell her you made the university change their mind. One attempt to ruin a life is quite enough. Ah, I see. Oh, hello.
Who the hell are you? What are you doing in my cabin?
Oh no, he's French!
Yes, that's right.
Oh, goodness me!
Miles
Bloody
Fordham,
French!
private investigator. I'm looking into the attempted murder of your wife.
Oh, yes. Yes, of course. Forgive my rudeness, but you startled me.
Perfectly understandable, Mr. Dupre.
Oh, goodness
This is a man whose bark is most definitely worse than his bite.
Ah, he's alarmed. Smack him! Smack him in the head!
Not a very dignified end for our friend Mr. Bear.
No, it is not.
You know, I've heard it said that needing to have so many guns is a sign of overcompensation.
Oh, you have a small penis, my friend.
Can we talk, Mr. Dupre?
I suppose so. Yes.
Mr. Puree. I hate you, and I hate how you look, and I hate everything about you.
Do you know anything about Madame Dupre trying to get Juliet taken out of her classes at the university?
Ah, yes. Laura didn't approve of her daughter's desire to further her education. So, she sent a letter to the university requesting Juliet's withdrawal. I didn't approve of her trying to meddle in Juliet's affairs. If she wants to study, she should be free to do so. I wrote them a letter myself, without Laura's knowledge, telling them to disregard the previous request for withdrawal.
That's very good of you.
Yes, well, I dislike seeing people being told what they can and can't do by others.
Yet, he seems perfectly willing to employ servants at his home. Well, I suppose we're all hypocrites in one way or another.
What can you tell me about your stepchildren?
Andrew and Juliet? I see a bright future ahead for both of them.
What's your relationship with them like?
It's fine. Why do you ask?
I got the distinct impression from both of them that they hardly ever see you.
Well, yes, I suppose that is true. We don't spend much time together. But they're both so busy with school, I don't want to get in their way. Not to mention my job keeps me away from home for considerable periods of time.
Excuses,
This guy
excuses.
pumping
I
Andy's
get the feeling
mom.
Mr. Dupre
Yeah,
avoids his family on purpose.
Yeah, it's this one.
But why?
I suppose it goes without saying that you enjoy hunting, Mr. Dupre?
Yes, I do. I consider myself something of an outdoorsman, you see. It's nice to be able to go out and get some fresh air after being sat at the bank all day.
What about your home life?
Truth be told, I'm not at home as often as I'd like to be. I've been trying to make more time, but something usually comes up. Business is business, after all.
Business
yeah,
is
but
business.
what business are we talking about here exactly?
Business. After I was
What
banking.
can you tell me about Madame Dupre?
Oh, my dear wife. The past few days have been just awful for all of us.
Yes, I can imagine.
Few days?
How long have you been married?
For 7 wonderful years. Laura and I are just as much in love now as we were on the day we married.
Oh.
Does he actually expect anyone to believe that nonsense?
You'll pardon me for being so frank, Mr. Dupre, but why are you out hunting and not at your wife's side?
Excuse me? Who are you to lecture me on my marriage?
He's gonna shoot
a
us.
fellow married man, that's who. Your wife has just suffered a very traumatic ordeal. Shouldn't you be at home caring for her?
But with all the confusion at the house, with the police investigating and her being attended to by her doctor, I just needed to get away for a bit. Surely you can understand, Mr. Fordham.
There's something off about this guy, Miles. He's definitely hiding something. And for once, I don't think it's from his wife.
Oh, shit.
Do you know anything about the circumstances surrounding Madame Dupre's death?
Horrible. Simply horrible.
Do you have any idea why Mr. Martin might have attempted to kill her?
Mr. Martin? You mean the boys they arrested? Andrew said it's because Martin and his mother are witches who prey on the well-to-do. You only need to take one look at him to see his trouble.
Witches!
It's a shame they put him away so quickly. I'd have liked to teach him a lesson or two, believe you me.
Yeah, right. A lesson on how to cower in the corner, most likely.
Ha!
I'll be going now.
Au revoir, Mr. Fordham.
Au revoir. Signor Pussycat. Is that it?
Some high society type in the middle of a hunt. I don't understand why anyone would get a thrill out of murdering innocent creatures.
Doing it for the thrill. Frenchman is French. That is fucking hysterical. Because who wants that? Do you know what I mean? Nobody wants that.
Welcome back, Mr. Fordham.
She's not going to be much...
Bye. Dong, 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 dong,
Nothing else?
dong, 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 dong. Bye. It's a good job I can get around this city so fast, isn't it? You, sir.
This quack hasn't got...
Good day. Good day, sir. Good day.
As amusing as it is to chat with this...
How do you get about so fast? Voodoo? Sir, I've got voodoo, I got hoodoo, I got things I ain't even tried. And I've got friends on the other side.
Amelie?
Yes? What is it? We mustn't be seen talking.
Don't worry, we'll just be heard.
Anything you can tell me about Jean?
I hardly ever see him.
Jean-Paul
Only at
Gaultier.
dinner. He's scared of Madame, and so he finds any reason to get out of the house.
Oh, really?
And stay away as long as he can.
Oh.
Scared of her?
Scared.
Well, it's true.
Well, she
you
is
should see
dead.
him when they're in private, like a shamed puppy that dirtied the carpet.
Interesting.
Does he shit on the carpet?
Do you have any idea why Jean is so
I'd
afraid
be
of
afraid of my
Dupre?
wife if I
If
shat
you've
on
seen
the
the same
carpet.
things we have.
Especially if I
yes.
knew she didn't want
What
me
kind
to.
of things?
No, I spoke out of turn. Forget I said anything.
Amelie, listen to me. A potentially innocent man's life is on the line. If I don't find out who attacked Madame Dupre, he's as good as dead. So if there are any facts or details you know that I don't, you need to tell me.
I can't.
You can. I'm not with the police. If Madame Dupre did something wrong, I'm not going to look the other way. Trust me, I'm on your side.
Madam beats the servants. I think she even does it for fun. I hear the screams sometimes. I don't know how anyone else in the family doesn't. Maybe they do and just ignore it. I don't know. But if Mr. Dupre knows what she do, it explains why he's so scared of her.
What she do?
Did Madame Dupre ever abuse you?
No, I was lucky. But some of the others weren't.
Like who? I need details, Amelie.
The old gardener, Guy Dumas, and one of the maids, Celine. I saw Madame going after them the most. Don't know what they did to deserve it, but I would see her walk by in a rage, whip in one hand and a book in the other.
A book? What book?
Oh, I don't know.
The
I
Bible.
can't read, so I don't know what it said on the cover.
The Bible.
But it's the same color as the stew spice I always use. Don't know what she used it for, but she always had it with her, just before a beating.
Just say orange.
Maybe she'd recite them some of her terrible poetry. I'm sure that was torture enough.
Say orange. Alright, okay. Clues being updated.
Tell me more about Guy and Celine.
They were
Voodoo
different
book!
lovers.
Voodoo book!
I used to hear them talk about how they wanted to run away together.
Oh, that's
what happened
why.
to them?
I don't know.
Dead.
One day they were here, and then one day they weren't.
Turned into
Do
voodoo
you think
ingredients.
Madame Dupre may have done something to them?
I couldn't say
She
for
took
sure,
their eyes.
but I wouldn't be surprised if she had. Please, let's not talk about this anymore.
Please.
Thank you, Amelie. I appreciate your time.
Do as you're told.
You're welcome. Now please, let me get back to work.
Never. Fuck you. Alright, let's go. Tell me why your mum beats the servants. Tell me right now.
I have some questions for you.
Alright.
I just smack him. Alright.
Were you familiar with a servant named Celine?
Yes, I believe she was one of the maids. I didn't talk to her very much. Oh, she quit not so long ago. At least I assume she did. I haven't seen her in about 3 months.
Shifty.
Did you know Guy Dumas?
In about
The
3
old
months,
gardener?
you say?
Sure, I knew him. We didn't talk very much. He was just a servant after all, but he seemed like a nice man. He stopped coming around about 2 months ago. Too bad, really. He did a good job of keeping the gardens looking nice. The new one is alright, but he just doesn't have that special touch Guy did.
No.
Thanks for your time.
My pleasure.
Alright. Up the steps. Find this paprika / turmeric coloured book, shall we? I think it's punishments and consequences or something. This very obvious one here.
Well, this should be the book Amelie mentioned. Well, what have we here?
A whip, and it has dried blood on it. How ghastly.
This house is just full of secrets, isn't it?
Well then. Sounds fun. Oh, it's Seraphim. You've changed your name to Ash the Bumble. Alright. Would you prefer me to call you Bumble? Seraph, is there a preference? Or have you done it for a lol? For a lol.
This quack hasn't gotten anything more for us to learn
Ash
right
is
now.
fine. Ash it is. Turn to ash.
As amusing as it is to chat.
Very well done, Stephen. Very well done. Very well done. Bravo. Bravo, good sir. Bravo. Titty sprinkles indeed. Okay, I'm actually on my lunch. Oh shit. Actually on the lunch. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Gosh, should I just start whipping Madame Dupre? Fucking bitch.
Welcome back.
She's not gonna be.
Never mind. Thought you could use some voodoo magic to tell me who this whip was used on or something. I don't know.
Nothing.
Nope. Sorry. Wrong guy again. Hey,
Can we
y'all.
talk?
Go on, I'm listening.
Thank you for listening.
I wanted to go over.
Okay, what have you got?
Jean Dupray isn't talking very much. I think he's hiding something.
Threaten
Well,
him.
you have a knack for making people divulge their secrets.
There has to be something that'll make him talk. Perhaps I should check with those close to him. That's enough about the case for now.
Okay,
That's it, I think.
then you'd better get back to it.
Not realizing he has to wait 6 months to change it again. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta wait a while. How's my day been? Well, I've just been doing this, yawn. To be honest, I should probably be stopping soon. I went to look at my watch. I'm not wearing it. Oh, there's nothing at the graveyard. There's nothing at the graveyard. Kept getting banned.
Hello again, Miss Montgomery. Mind answering a few more questions?
Hello, Mr. Fordham. Not at all.
Why did your mother beat the slaves?
Do you know Guy Dumas?
Yes, he was one of our servants. He used to enjoy reading my books, as well as Andrew's.
When did you see him last?
Just last week. He came by to see me and asked to borrow some books.
Do you know where I might be able to find him?
Not really. I get the impression that he moves around frequently. But I can tell him you're looking for him next time I see him, if you like.
Please do. Although hopefully I'll be able to find him before then. Were you friends with Celine, the maid?
Yes, I was quite fond of Celine. She was so sweet and interesting to talk to.
Oh, that's
One
nice.
day, she just left the house with no explanation. Mother said it was because she had found work elsewhere.
She's
I
dead.
was terribly saddened.
She's
I wish I'd
absolutely
had
dead.
the chance to say goodbye to her, at least.
She was
What's your
killed.
interest in her?
Oh, I was just curious, that's all.
They were both killed, and that's why they need a new gardener, and the gardener has buried the bodies in the garden!
Did your mother try to get you withdrawn from the university?
As a matter of fact, she did.
With
Just
voodoo!
another one of the many ways she tried interfering with my life.
What happened, exactly?
Mother wrote the university requesting that I be withdrawn. I found out about it when the enrollment office contacted me. I couldn't believe it at first. I thought it was some sort of mistake, but then they showed me the letter.
I take it you were upset.
More than upset, Mr. Fordham. I was furious. I was
Getting
trying
a
to
bit
make
tight.
a real life
All this
for
big brain
myself.
energy, it is a
One
bit
that
tight,
wasn't
to be
about
honest,
dresses or debutante balls or fending off
Bit tight
suitors.
up here.
I'd been given the chance to make
Just
something of
expanding.
myself, and Mother was ready to bring it all crashing down, just because she didn't agree with it.
But in the
Crying
end,
into
you're
my
still here.
pasta? No,
Yes,
yawn.
Jean stepped in and
No.
fixed everything.
You
He
don't
didn't
want to
have do
oversalt
it,
the
but It
pasta.
was very good of him. I'm afraid that was the beginning of the end of my relationship with Mother. We never really managed to fix things after that.
Just gonna
No
fucking
more
ruin that
questions for
pasta.
now.
Then if you don't mind, I have work to do.
I'll be alright, yawn.
Fordham, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Wait, what am I saying? Of course you are. Madame Dupre has been interfering with Juliet's studies and disapproved of her relationship with Martin. Hence, they're falling out. Plus, the information in Juliet's notes about ethericity, putting animals into a death-like
Not the
trance,
pasta.
seems awfully suspicious.
What flavor's the
It's
pasta?
enough to establish both means and motive. That's plenty to consider her a suspect.
Suspect added. Ha 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 ha! You fool. You fucking idiot. You.
Oh, Mr. Fordham, you're back.
And you've not moved from that spot. Who's
Can we
really
talk, Mr.
sus?
Dupray?
I suppose so.
I suppose so. Creamy? Oh no. About as creamy as this
Do you
Dupray.
fear your wife, Mr. Dupray?
Do I? What?
Are you a
The
pussy?
question's quite simple. Are you afraid of Madame Dupray?
Why in the ether would you think that?
You pussy. You're clearly afraid of your own shadow.
Come on, Mr. Dupray. You're clearly afraid of your own shadow.
What?
Don't deny it, Sean. You're as yellow as a chum harlot's teeth.
Mr. Fordham, I agreed to answer your questions, not to be insulted.
Pussy!
I think it's best if you leave.
Well, so much for this line of inquiry.
Mr. Dupray.
Out, Mr. Fordham.
Oh no, I've upset him. Alright, I may have fucked that up. I may have fucked that up. Can I just go back? Oh, I can't, it's gone! Shit! Shit!
Pussy.
He is a pussy though. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that was bad. Alright. Apparently what I do has an impact on the story. Who'd have thought? Did you know your mum beats the slaves?
That's not to bother.
Fuck. She doesn't know shit all about it. What kind of pussy walks away like that? Exactly. Whoa. Wah. Puss puss. You little piss piss.
This quack hasn't gotten anything more for us to learn right now.
How? Ah. Doom doom.
As amusing as...
Amelie?
Yes? What is it? We mustn't be seen talking.
I found this upstairs in Madame Dupray's bedroom. Do you recognize it?
Oh, please take that away, Mr. Fordham. Why would you show it to me?
Fair
I'm
dues.
sorry, I didn't think it would upset you.
Why would you
Miles. Maybe someday you'll learn how to read basic human emotion.
Thank you, Amelie. I appreciate your time.
You're welcome. Now please, let me get back to work.
No. Shit. I ain't doxing myself. It's not a big enough place for me to just drop the name. Fair dues. I ain't doxing myself. What the fuck? Who else can I speak to? This guy. Hey, yo, nerd.
Nothing else to ask him right now. He hasn't got much time left. Best not...
I'm missing something again. Dagnammit. To the coffee house.
Can we talk?
Go on, I'm listening.
Oh, sick.
I think I'm ready to wrap this case up.
Really?
Okay, who's your prime suspect?
Unsolvable case.
It was Juliet Montgomery, Madame Dupray's estranged daughter.
Her daughter? But why?
Madame Dupray disapproved of Juliet's relationship with Mr. Martin and also tried to have her withdrawn from university. Juliet grew to hate her and wanted to be free of her overbearing and controlling influence.
So, how did she do it?
Aside from studying botany, Juliet is also interested in ethericity. She rents a room in the chum where she conducts her experiments. Among her notes, she talks about the ability to use the power to put living things into a death-like trance.
Fiendish. Nice work, Fordham. I'll pass along the information and we can make an arrest. It'll be bittersweet news for Mr. Martin, I think. And of course, I'll dip into the department's Good Samaritan Fund to get you proper compensation for your work. For now, go home to your wife. I'm sure I'll have something else for you to look into fairly soon.
Boom. Case fucking solved.
Juliet Montgomery?
Yes, may I help you with something?
You're under arrest for the attempted murder of Madame Laura Dupre.
What? But how can that be?
Come with me, Miss Montgomery. We'll need to question you at the station.
Addie, I'm home. Addie?
She must still be out at her hairdressing appointment. I'm glad we're alone because I wanted to talk to you about something.
Oh, no.
Yes, Bill, I know. I told you I'm doing my best to try and find the flower shop burglar.
No, for once, this isn't about him. This is about you.
Oh, no. Fucking called it. Knew there was something up with Juliet. Yeah, absolutely. But I don't know if we were right, though. Like, I could have questioned the other guy more. I just fucked it up.
You want to talk about me? What about me?
You can play dumb and deflect all you like with everyone else around you, but it won't work with me. I know exactly what you're thinking, and you know exactly what I'm gonna say.
No, I don't.
You want to talk about how we did on this case?
Yes, that's exactly right. Have you already forgotten the old days, Miles? Before I died, we were solving cases like nobody's business. You were one of the best detectives on the force. But ever since you started taking that soporific, your mind hasn't been as sharp as before. If you're serious about taking on more complex cases, you need to listen to Adelaide and stop taking it. It's already had a negative effect on your performance.
What are you talking about? We discovered it was Juliet who was to blame.
Yes, but if you were working at your full abilities, you'd have come to that conclusion much sooner.
If I stop taking it, you won't let me sleep through the night. Nothing will change.
Calling me shit.
Well, things would change if you found you-know-who.
I thought you said we weren't going to talk about that right now.
Yeah, well, I say a lot of things.
An understatement if ever there was one. Can't you just keep quiet without me having to take something?
Afraid not, old friend. That's just not who I am or how this works.
If you keep me up all night, I'll go crazy. Things have been hard enough as it is. And if, God forbid, Adelaide were ever to find out about...
Hello, Miles. Is there someone else here? I thought I heard you talking just now.
Fantastic. The jig is up. And here I thought we were doing so well, too.
Huh?
No, I was just going over the case. Thinking aloud, you see.
Ah, of course.
Of course.
How was your appointment?
That's not
Mrs.
suspicious
Lefebvre
at
was
all.
her usual bossy and overly picky self, but she gave me a very generous tip.
That's good.
So I stopped by the shop on the way home and bought a new deck of cards.
Excellent.
Oh.
So we have a few rounds of écarté? I believe you demanded a rematch last time we played.
Yes.
So a loser, are you?
Well, you certainly managed to dodge that bullet. I only wish I could say the same.
My hat ornament. 2 weeks later. We're still playing? No. Right.
And it says here they still don't know what caused that explosion.
I guarantee you it was sabotage. Those Redites have been causing a lot of trouble lately.
Sabotage.
Is that the group of anti-steam tech radicals?
Sabotage.
The very same.
We're playing
Why
cards for
Redites,
2
though?
weeks?
They're named after some fellow named Jonathan Red.
Straight.
Apparently the
She's
one
a really
who began
bad
the whole
loser.
anti-steam movement. It's really a rather stupid name, if you ask me. And uncreative, to boot.
Well, what would you call them then?
Gabens. The Boom Boom Boys.
Something more evocative, like the Boom Boom Boys.
Definitely gets to the point, I'll give you that.
The Boom Boom
Perhaps
Boys.
you'd best stick with the detecting, dearest. Your nomenclature needs a bit of work.
Isn't it called
Well,
nomenclature?
I think it's about time I get ready for bed.
Nomenclature.
All right, Miles, if you must.
It's an impossible word to spell that. No one's ever spelled the word nomenclature correctly. Did you know that? It's a fact.
Who could that be at this time of night?
Good question.
Oh, no.
Adelaide can handle it for now. I need to take my medicine.
You certainly have your priorities in order. Go on then. Get that bottle of rat piss out of your nightstand and let's get this over with.
Addie can handle whoever's at the door.
Oh. It's not a choice I get to make. She's dead. She's gonna be killed by the Boom Boom Boys.
Tastes like the devil's sweat.
Ew.
You could just stop taking it, you know.
Bill, now is not the time to...
Miles, could you come back out here, please?
Be right there, dearest.
She's at knife point. Oh.
Who was that at the door?
A late night courier. You've got a message from Upton.
Oh. Felden, this case makes the last one look simple. Meet Robin ASAP. It's urgent. Oh shit!
Seems this case is rather urgent.
Well, they did say urgent.
Possible.
But didn't you just take your soporific? Are you going to be all right to go?
It won't kick in for another hour or so. Should be plenty of time.
All right, I'm going to bed then. Good luck, dear.
Good night, Addie.
All right, she's not dead. Fuck. Right. Well. Lamps. That's where we're gonna leave that.